Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification. The show's Twitter feed is @SkimPod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
If you want to hear yourself on the show, why not leave us a voicemail? 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8POD.
Stays
For the
Crunchy.
more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and of course at the website stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever you can.
Stays Crunchy.
And if the pockets is feeling extra chunky, you can put in on this and support our Patreon. It's available at patreon.com/stayscrunchyandmilk. And if you donate at the $5 or higher level, you get an entire extra show each month with even more content coming soon.
Stays Crunchy.
Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrail713. I'm as bad as Leroy Brown. I'm a pro, but not a noun for noun. If you got beef you get ground, cut up in soul. About a pound for pound. I'm going downtown like Julie Brown. I'm the round mound of the rebound, but like a hound, I get down. Never wore a leash, but I'ma show you how loose is my goose. Got more soul than combat boots. That's why I came. They keep calling, man. They keep calling me. They call my name and say I can't give it away now. Or say when, or say what, or say how. Okay, between you and me, that's all this white rap. I got the power and I just might snap. Bum. Think fast, cause I'm the Ramadan. Ahoy, hee, hoy, I'm fat boy. Boo. I'll be the bad boy having a party, but I'm not a Democrat. Spoiled as a child, but now I'm milk like Similac. Don't have Cinemax because my cable's pirated. Bug out with the rhyme, try to swat, and I'll get fly with it for pest control. I suggest some soul. As far as dick go, I got it, but I have no breath control. So give me a T.O. baby like Chris Webber. I got myself together. Now I'm straight. Are you straight? If you straight, then I'm straight. Rock me tonight, just for old time's sake. Booming in your Jeep. Hello and welcome to it. Stays Crunchy and Milk, episode 387. When the hell did secrets become privilege? I'm joined by my best friends, Tatum216.
Hello.
Lunchbox2099.
Just another royal.
My homeboy, the real ODP.
Surely that dastardly Charles Legan will pay for his crimes against the good Captain Podark.
But wait, there's more. Live from the Motor City. It's the homie Chris Polish last name, because I can never pronounce his last name. I swear to God. And I've known this man at this point for like 6, 7, 8 years.
Something like that.
Still can't pronounce his name.
What's good, Chris? I just ordered my missing Mel Brooks DVDs that I don't have since they're going to be going away here soon, probably.
Why?
No, he did those movies with
because
with
of all the
Danny
cancel
Glover.
culture.
He's good.
All the cancel culture shit.
He's got that Danny Glover
What
credit.
happened?
We just discussed it last week. Nothing really gets canceled. People just be lying.
I know. We can't buy them, though, like, at a normal price.
Oh, is that what's popping right now?
Oh, it's going to be.
We shall see.
Just like those Dr. Seuss books that are selling for $200 a piece.
Which is crazy.
It's insane.
And again, we just talked about last week.
I know, but
there are 6 specific Dr. Seuss books, and the rest
one.
of them are fine.
I have one book.
And Anthony said he got one too. And so right now, and I mean, I wouldn't go try to dig into this because that's not what we're supposed to be doing, but hey, whatever. Yeah. So Ted Cruz is selling, I believe, it said Cat in the Hat books.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Green Eggs and Ham that he's signing for $60 a pop.
What?
That book ain't canceled. That book didn't
who's
get
buying his
changed.
signature for $60?
Basically.
Somebody.
Say what you
I
want.
say
But
if you're stupid enough to
crazy
pay for
fucking.
it.
That's crazy fucking genius, is what that is.
Oh, it's just anyway. So
he knows we got stimmy checks coming this weekend.
Yep.
They come this weekend? He voted against
They're starting this weekend, yeah.
Oh.
So
la-di-da.
Guess what, people? It's Oreo tasting time.
It is.
The limited edition strawberry frosted donut Oreos dropped. And again, second. This is not the second set of Oreos, but a second time. A third time. It's the third time we get to have a guest in trying Oreos with us, which I fucking love. I've already done the process of opening this package because it sounds like absolute shit when I record opening the package.
Especially when 5 people do it at once.
I have not given the appropriate smell. Okay, that's a nice smell of Oreo, and that's what they look like in package. Good looking Oreos. Strawberry frosted donut. I'm unsure.
My wife looked at the packaging and she's questioned my sanity once she saw these.
So we had, what was it? It was jelly donut Oreos some years back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember liking those more than they had business to be liked.
They had a glistening coating. These do not. I'm trying to get that to focus, but it will not. There we go.
It seems like one side's darker than the other on these.
Yeah. So you kind of got a donut with strawberry frosting on it kind of vibe.
Like a real donut sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we get down. We try it dry. We try it cream. We dip it in the milk. It's a process, people. So let's go for a bite.
Buttery.
That's fine.
That was quite nice. I like the butteriness of it.
Like, eating the initial cookie, I feel like if you didn't tell me that this was supposed to be like a frosted donut, I would have had no fucking clue that was supposed to be a frosted donut. But it was enjoyable.
Yep. It's good.
All right, just cream.
Just cream.
I think not only does it taste like a frosted donut, it tastes just like the Dunkin' version of them.
It does.
Like that's what I buy for Emery all the time.
Now,
for the first time in a mighty few of Oreo tries, the cream by itself pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cream by itself actually tastes like a donut.
Yeah, like that's impressive,
man. I'm sorry
come through for the Oreo bug
for the first time in almost years. I'm just gonna say fuck it. I get this a 5 right off the bat.
I don't think an Oreo has spoken this loud to
dunking or
Anthony
anything?
in years.
I can't remember the last time Anthony thought something was good.
That was actually good. I had and it tastes even better in milk.
Usually
it does. Good.
Yeah, it does.
Usually he's the harsh critic. Like, it was too sweet, a little too savory for my taste, a little too bitter on the back end. I got a hint of bouillon cube.
What was the last one? It was the cookie dough and brownie batter one that I tasted. Mm-hmm. I like that one. T said that's probably the worst one he's ever had.
It's just they were boring, and I really like this one. That shit tastes just like a goddamn donut. Is that a good thing or a terrible thing?
Instead, you might have donuts.
Has the science game gotten that real?
In all three facets, it's good.
Well,
I mean, it's nothing like that donut place you guys got down there. You guys always get when me and Balls Rock come down. But
yeah, we hit up. I got a new one though, man. So like next time y'all come through, I'll take you to Big Mouth instead of Jack Frost.
Maybe this
Although
summer.
at this point, I take you to Jack Frost on the reg. It would feel kind of shitty to be like, nope, I'm getting you some other shit that you may not like.
Get you a friend who can do both.
Hey, oh yeah, and Anthony got a spot on his side of town. Duck Donuts.
Oh, we got a couple good spots around here.
I know, but I thought the one you actually fuck with, they made the banger blueberry was duck.
No, that's Bellagio's.
Bellagio's,
and
okay.
when whatever we get like out of this shit, or I just need to do it, I owe Dan some Bellagio donuts because when I think maybe was this 2 years ago we had to record at Dan's house, and I was supposed to pick up donuts before I came over, but they only took cash. Right before I was supposed to be. And I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, man, I was looking forward to those donuts. Leave my house. But
I probably didn't say it, but I probably did think it.
I mean, when you bring up something like more than once, I know like you're not gonna say you were pissed, but you felt the way about it.
Oh yeah,
you brought it up on 2 separate occasions.
You're not wrong. Like if I'm in my feels, I definitely bring it up multiple times. If it didn't matter,
again, and it was just
one and done, like maybe a second time in passing if we talk about the evening. But if I bring it up a couple times for reals, That I was upset.
We wasn't even talking about it. You brought it up again. I was like, I gotta get these. I gotta give him some of these donuts.
All right, well, shit, people. Let's
and the other place is Goldie's. So Goldie's
cream with glitter.
Bellagio's and Duck Donuts.
I didn't realize they said, "Give me."
So you go to Goldie's and you look at one of the donuts and say, "I choose you."
With glitter.
Yes.
I can get shit and glitter later.
I mean, I've never had it happen. I wonder how much glitter you got to eat to actually shit glitter.
The whole thing, probably.
Isn't there edible glitter?
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't even know how that gets down. Well, people, let's provide some reviews to the folk about this, man. I will start with you, our guest, Chris. Man, what did you think of these Oreos? Scale of 1 to 5.
I mean, usually I'm not a fan of the golden cracker, but I actually did like these a lot. The flavors all together, they were great. And like I said, I don't like golden, but I'd probably give these 4.5.
Right on. Big numbers. Gabe, what about you?
You know what? Now I'm gonna give them a 4.25. They're pretty good. I've had better Oreos, so that's the only reason I didn't give them a 5. But they're really good for what they are, and like you said, good in all aspects. And milk really made it taste. I don't know, really brought the taste out.
Very good. And I'm saying, so I just circle around the screen. What'd you think, man? I know what you thought, but I like, to give you have you on record as having stated.
Like I said, I give them a 5. Like right off the bat, like the complexity of the flavor of them is like, almost like a homemade donut, because like you get, I don't know many donuts where you get that savory and the sweet, like the saltiness of it. It's a very good balance. The cream was delicious. You don't get that much. Like I can't remember the last time I was like, well, I'll just eat the cream.
Yeah, it's been a while since the cream has not been a punishment.
Yeah.
It was a very well balanced cookie. I feel like, unlike our guests, most of the time the golden is like usually a better form, because the chocolate is just like way too bitter. I feel like if you did a chocolate with this, it would knock it out the park too, because that cream is so good.
Oh, so a chocolate donut they need to do? Like a Boston cream cookie? Damn it, I gave Oreo another free idea.
Stop. Yeah, but like I said, the best cookie you had in a while. Probably, maybe almost all the ones I like has something to do with strawberry, except that strawberry shortcake, which gave me a headache, and I like almost threw up right away.
What that Eclair one that we were looking forward to? We should have had our hopes so high they were crashed down upon us.
But like I really enjoyed those. Those I might not get those to my kids because they only eat the cream. Mm-hmm. So
are these a limited edition?
I might just
hide them. Yeah.
All right, Box. What about you, sir?
This is gonna sound crazy, I think, but I'm giving them a 5. I can't find a single thing about them that I don't like. Like they're good just straight up. They're good just cream only. They're good in milk. I feel like the donut flavor comes out more when they're either in milk or just the cream. Like if you just eat it straight up, I wasn't getting as much of the donut essence, but it was still really enjoyable. I can't think of anything about them that I don't like. Like I would eat the whole package right now if my cat wasn't sitting here trying to steal my milk cup. He's literally sitting here staring at me, looking at me like, you gonna give me that fucking milk or what? You saw how many times I had to move him out of frame?
Yeah, he's been pretty aggressive tonight. I've noticed that.
Yeah, because I haven't had milk in the house in a couple weeks. Like, I literally had to go buy this little thing of milk like 20 minutes before the podcast started. So he knows what the milk jug looks like. And he heard, as soon as that seal cracked, he hopped up on the computer desk here, and he's been trying to shove his face into my cup this whole time.
And he keep on saying, I said meow, bitch, come on. Let me through, let me have some.
I don't believe he's ever been vocal on the show. He's always pretty, like, he's involved, but he's pretty quiet.
I mean, when you listen back to this recording, he was meowing like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, oh no, I've heard it. I heard. That's what I'm saying. He's vocal this episode. How funny.
He is.
As for me, I don't know if I'm popping off with the 5, but I feel comfortable giving them a 4. They are they're tasty. They very much do taste like what they say they are to be. They're not sickly sweet, which is something that has happened sometimes with some of the more recent ones. They look good. They smell good. I didn't have any broken ones in the package. They came through very well. Like, that's a good looking packet of Oreos. And yeah, I fuck with it. I can give these a 4 with no hesitation. My man Chalfie hit us up on Instagram and said he already ran through a whole pack. So if that matters to you, the people our last Oreo testing guest has also laid it out that he fuck with them too. So,
and plus, I like Chalfie's taste and shoes. So I can, if I would have seen that tweet, I'd have been like, "Oh yeah, I can agree."
It's on our Instagram messages in the show feed. So, I mean,
I can say I wasn't looking forward to these, but now I'm glad we had them.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Ant, for picking them up. You know what I'm saying? Ant found these at Mark's.
Yeah, I found them at Mark's.
Yeah, and I saw them at Target the other day. I went to Target to.
I got them at Target also.
Yeah, so they should be. You should be easily be able to find these in your neck of the woods. And
Target usually has them. All the limited edition ones they usually come out with,
unless they're a store exclusive.
Right?
So, yeah. So go get some of these limited edition strawberry frosted donut Oreo and enjoy. I fuck with them. What's the last one we had? Them Lady Gaga joints, the Gaga joints. So. They're pretty good.
Yeah, today is my son's birthday, and if it wasn't for these cookies and us having a guest, I probably wouldn't be here tonight.
I literally was like, when I was talking I was talking to Chris, I was like, yo, it's Ant's kid's birthday. I don't know if he's on tonight.
Yeah, T's like, oh, he's probably not showing up.
But I would not show up. I would be like, hey, I'm not showing up tonight.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't have just like whatever, but I'm like, how did everything go with the birthday and so forth? That's his Does that make? I mean, did you guys end up getting a birthday off of last year pre-pandemic?
No, because we were supposed to go like go somewhere that weekend or something like that, and then we didn't. Like today, we went bowling. We masked up and went to our well, not ours because we went in Menor to this place called the Roll House where they had like bowling and games. Yeah. And of course, today is his birthday, but we went today because there's not gonna be that many people there. Yeah. Especially like during the day. So we went. Anthony won one game and lost one game. I guess his little cousin, which is funny because his little cousin is like, man, he's gonna be a huge kid, and he's strong as fuck too. So
out there bowling strikes.
Yeah, and Emery was out there picking up 15-pound balls. I'm like, man, you gotta stop. But yeah, we had a good time. Like I drove and got him some donuts this morning. Sent a video earlier.
Saw the video. Yeah.
So he can. Of course, he went to school. I see how it is.
Wait, I mean, I just got him some Krispy Kremes. I didn't get him no Biaggios. But I've known you longer. Technically, yes, you have. But I've spent more time with him, and I've had to wipe his ass before. So
give it time.
That's true. Anything is possible. I bought him we watched it Batman with Batman and Scooby Doo. That was
the OG?
Yeah, the
episode. The Joker.
Yeah, man, the Joker got a fucked up face in that show.
Yeah. It's a long chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the wildest episode.
What else did we do today? That was pretty like we bowled, played some games. And then came on home. It was an okay day.
Good. I'm glad for that. Well, we only got our guest for a little bit because he is indeed a husband and father, and he got shit to do.
And actually going to work.
Oh, good Lord. But since you have become a husband, I hadn't talked to you since you have become a husband and
know.
a father, so I might as well ask you an interview in that kind of regard. You
Yeah,
went
I
from
only
the
knew
single
about one
guy
of the
kind
two.
of about town. Oh, yeah, you went from the single guy about town to what I assume is a happily married man.
Yeah.
Got a kid and shit,
Yep.
and it's like, okay, look at my man Chris growing and becoming a person.
Right. Well, I named my son Logan and Wolverine, so makes sense.
Still a little bit of the
Logan
my-
Blasky.
My Deadpool shirt,
nice
with tacos.
nice.
No,
So,
it's been a challenge a little bit. He's almost 1.5 now, so it's he's running around like crazy. He's getting into everything, temper tantrums all the time. But he's way too fucking smart for me and my wife. He gets into shit and knows so many words, and we're like, "How the fuck you know that?" But he goes to daycare every day, so that does help. So at least he's getting time with other kids. There's 4 kids in the classroom, so at least he's getting some social, with other kids, which is nice because during the pandemic last year when it hit, I was off for the $600 a week that the unemployment got, and he stayed home too, so we didn't have to pay for daycare, which was nice, and I got to watch him grow. But I'm just me, and it's no kids here. No other kids. There's dogs, but he didn't have any socialization, so him being back there is actually awesome for him.
Yeah, good. How's the missus?
She's
How's
good.
married life in general? How long you been married now? About 2 years?
No, it'll be 2 years in September.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like one of those situations where you knocked her up and then had to do the gentlemanly thing and put a ring on
I mean, it ended up being that way, but it was still going that way originally, so.
Yeah.
It just got accelerated pretty much. So we actually, our wedding, it was just me and her. We went downtown Detroit to the courthouse and got married there.
Nice.
That's the way to do it.
Way fucking cheaper. Oh my God, it was amazing. No parents on either side. It was just me, her, and then the officiant and the witness, and that was it.
Dope.
I think $150 for the whole wedding. It was beautiful.
Oh my God, I love it. I love that. Like I said, I love that you have not that you wouldn't go eventually become who you are, but it's dope to see your people come up and become. You know what I'm saying? So
and she's a nerd too, which is nice. She's completely opposite of me though. So I do like superheroes mostly, and she goes more the sci-fi, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, stuff like that.
Hell
and
yeah!
So it's interesting that our worlds are so different but so similar at the same time.
I live that life with Vanessa oftentimes because like she was playing Animal Crossing today. It was like, you want me to? I want to show you. Can I show you my island? I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about this island. And she goes, you wanted to get a girlfriend who plays games? And I go, you're right, but
not those ones.
It's like the monkey's paw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. you get the wish, but it's like that is not what I wish for.
My wife and I both play Animal Crossing. So like last year when it came out, we were both. When Logan was sleeping, we were both playing.
Nice. You been using this damn
much.
Mario things? Mario accoutrement?
A little bit. I haven't played the 35th anniversary thing too much. When it first came out, I did.
I meant the Mario stuff in Animal Crossing.
Oh, hell yeah. I actually, before that came out, I actually made my own sprites and stuff for my island. So I actually have an area, and actually I can share with you guys later, of Mario shit in 8-bit.
Oh, dope.
Oh.
And it's all on the ground. And now I with the stuff that came out for Animal Crossing, I put stuff hanging over, so there's the blocks, I cover them up over the ones that are on the ground, so it looks 3D now, which is pretty sweet, but it still looks sweet beforehand. I posted it on Reddit, and I got like 2,000 likes on it through there. I'm like, well, holy shit, never seen anything like that for anything I've posted.
Nice. I fuck with it. I was listening to a podcast, and the guy on there was talking about how his son was playing, and his son came with I think a very bright idea to put a pipe next to the Nook store and keep a pipe on his inventory. So no matter where he's at, he'll just put a pipe down, hop in it, go to the Nook store, sell everything, hop back in, go back about his day.
I have one at my house and then one at the other end of the island.
Nice.
I know a
Fuck
lot of
it.
alcoholics that would like that setup.
Like that's how it goes down. Get they hustle on. But main reason Chris was coming through, man. Me and him was chatting about these NBA Top Shot non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
And he was gonna rap to us about that for a little bit before he had to get on his way. And did you get into that last set?
No, that big one. No, I did not. So if anyone doesn't know, the NBA Top Shot's non-fungible token, like T said. So essentially, for Top Shots, you're buying a highlight with a specific serial number, and it's essentially yours, but not really, because it's a highlight. You can look it up on fucking YouTube all the time, pretty much. It's just that special one. And I heard about it on different podcasts on the Dan Lebitard show, who used to be on ESPN. Now they're on their own. But they were talking about it because once GameStop blew up and everything like that a month ago or whatever it was, their producer played this character where he was a first time guy doing trading, and he was all in on it, and so he started buying this shit, and they came up with a pack finally available to purchase for $9, and I got a Joel Embiid moment that I sold for $290.
That pack you're talking about, is that the one where, like, if you haven't been able to get into any of the other packs, you can buy this one, and everyone who gets in the queue will get one?
For the most part, there was still a limited number. I think it was like 60,000 were available, and I was able to get one. But then this past weekend, they had one where if you didn't have a card in your inventory, you couldn't buy it.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting on my $9 pack to hit my account. Like, they said it would be here by the weekend. But yeah,
really?
I couldn't. Yeah, because I hopped on this too like a couple weeks ago, and I tried to get in like the first like 3 drops, and every time I was like 79,000th, and there was only like 5,000 packs or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hopped into the one where it's like everyone who hops in the queue within the 3-hour period is guaranteed to be able to buy the $9 pack or whatever it is. But it's going to take like a couple weeks for us to roll all this shit out. So I'm still waiting on that.
Oh. Yeah, and the one I got, it was $14. Like I said 9, but it was 14, and you got three moments, and one was an expensive one. The other 2 I sold for like $10 a piece. But after I sold them, I realized, oh shit, I need one of those to be in my inventory to be able to buy this next one. And I tried to buy it back, but the marketplace has been shitty the whole time, so I couldn't buy anything. And it came around, I'm like, oh, fuck. 'Cause it was a $199 pack.
Yeah.
And since I had so much money in there, and you can take out 1,000 at a time, but it takes 8 weeks to get it. So I was like, okay, let me try another one so I can hopefully, get up to that 1,000, if not more. But I'll have to wait till the next one, whenever that is. I keep checking like 5 times a day, seeing when's the next one going to be, so I can hopefully snag one of these and, make some real money. Give me a LeBron James with like serial number 1. I could sell that for, $100,000.
Did you see that the LeBron Kobe tribute dunk one sold for like $230,000?
Yeah, it's insane. Some sold like for $1 million, and like I saw an article that someone has a collection worth $2 or $20 million, but like I said, you can only take out 1,000 at a time, and it's 1,000 per month, I think is what it is right now. So it's going to take you years and years, but once they get it running, because it's still a beta, but once they get it running, I think they're going to be able to take out more than, an actual amount of money other than 1,000 per month for 8-week transit time.
They're also
Just attempt to
backlogged
sign up
on
again.
applications for money withdrawals.
So
Yep.
Chris been telling me like, hey, get in there, try to get into it, and I'm still just now. I just tried again, still can't sign up for it.
Yeah, I got buddies at work that do a lot of the day trading and shit like that, and I told them about this, and they've been trying. They said that all the signups are down right now. Like, you can't even sign up.
Yeah. So if at some point I'll get in there and I'll buy a pack or 2 just because, why the fuck not?
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah,
and hopefully make some money,
Yeah,
I was just a little bit of history.
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit more about this the other day about like the company and everything, and apparently like they tried to do something like this a couple years ago with something else, but it didn't really take. and then they partnered with the NBA, and then now it's just blown up. Like same business model. It was just the product that they wanted to offer was just way more popular than whatever the hell. I forget what it was. But the
I think
NBA,
it was Brazers.
Hopefully, trying to get that Mandingo dong moment.
But ever since the NFTs got hot a couple months ago, there's ones that are selling, not the Top Shots, but another site does artwork. Actually,
Mintable?
one just sold today for $66 million.
Yeah, it's insane.
Something like that. And
It's a piece of digital art.
only file. Yeah. I'm like, God damn, who has that kind of money to buy a picture that's anyone can see?
Yeah, I was listening to an interview that Mark Cuban did a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about the website Mintable, where like you can create something and then put it up on the Mintable website, and you can decide to sell multiple copies of it, but like that's it. Like once those copies are up, that's like all that's made, and then basically people can buy it and resell it, but it's only like digital copies. There's like no physical copies or anything like that. Right. But like I was listening to something yesterday where people were talking about more about NFTs, and they were talking about how like it can become a bigger thing than just owning like what essentially becomes like a GIF. But music artists can do it where like they can sell music as NFTs or like pieces of their artwork, like album covers, like shit like that. And then like I forget who I was listening to, but they were saying like Steve Aoki, he could do something where like he can sell a bunch of NFTs and then do like a concert where like in order to get in, you have to prove that you own one of the Steve Aoki NFTs. Since you can't like copy them, like they're only on the blockchain. So that could create like exclusive event opportunities for artists where they can profit more than just selling the NFT. Then they can do events with the NFTs.
That's crazy. That'd be pretty cool actually, but that would be, rough because if it's a limited number, then it's just like, I guess it's like getting a ticket for an event. There's only a limited number of tickets you can get.
Yeah, but like you can make more than one NFT. It could be like if you own one of any Steve Aoki NFT, you can get into the Steve Aoki event. Okay. It doesn't have to be just like 1,000 of the same one. Because it'd almost be like buying your way into the Steve Aoki fan club. It's like, I guess like Jake Paul was doing NFT stuff when he was selling the Pokemon cards. And I was watching Westlake in the house. I was watching an interview that one of the finance channels on YouTube that I watch, and they were talking about how he sold the Pokemon packs for like $40,000 a couple months back. But then when you bought the pack, he also gave you a Jake Paul NFT, which now is selling more than the Pokemon pack did when like he initially sold that. The NFT was just a throw-in. Now it's worth more than the pack was.
That's insane. And like recently, my wife and I have I got back into comic books, which is essentially an NFT but with a physical component to it. Like I can actually hold the comic, read the comic, even though it's a graded one sometimes. But at least I have something physical that I can display, I can look at, I can hold. I like that better than the NFTs. But I just wanted to try the NFTs because it's something low right now, something small, but could be worth a lot, even within a couple of years.
One of the ideas that I'd heard bandied about in like these interviews, because I'll be honest, lately, like all I really do while I'm working throughout the day is like listen to finance channels on YouTube and interviews and stuff. And one of the channels had an idea about like with the NFT art, creating kind of like a digital picture frame that you can hang up in your house and like somehow like Wi-Fi enable it to your NFTs, and it could display it on like an LCD screen or something like that, so that like you'd have it on the blockchain and own it digitally, but you could still display it in your home. Kind of like how they used to sell picture frames where you could
put something like that.
Yeah, or like a couple years ago, how like they used to sell the picture frames where you put the micro SD card in the picture frame. Yeah, and it would digitally show the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Beeple image, sold at Christie's for $69 million, and I'm kind of taken aback by that. And it's like all of a sudden people just like, all right, fine, let's just throw everything we got at NFTs. And I know it's probably not all of a sudden, but it seems very sudden, It's like
because it just got big. Yeah,
it's like we weren't talking about NFTs last year, and all of a sudden here we are, and we are rolling.
we weren't talking about NFTs a couple months ago.
Yeah, so it's like
You guys need to make an NFT of the Stays Crunchy and Milk logo.
I mean, I do own that logo. I did. I paid for the person who made it, and so forth. So that is ours. So who knows? But I don't know. I thought it was. I have thought that it was interesting, and like I said, I really want to get out this Top Shot shit because I fuck with NBA. So it's like I would love to come up on a dope Dame Lillard you know what I'm saying, Top Shot or moment, forgive me, you know what I'm saying, and have that in my collection. It's like the Blazers was my old school team. Everybody was rooting for the Bulls. I was rooting for the Blazers back in the day. Clyde Drexler, man, he was dope. I just love that cat, man. So
I think Anthony's onto something though with the Brazers NFT idea. Like I can just imagine some dude's porn den if they do this whole digital frame idea, just having like his favorite like money shot moments cycling through on a picture frame in his like sex dungeon.
Yeah,
It's pronounced Brazers. I always said Brazzers.
I say Brazzers as well.
Brazers,
I say
whatever.
Brazzers.
Tomato.
Whatever.
but you know what we mean. Yeah, I mean, I said it slightly in jest, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, if it isn't out now.
Yeah, it will be.
It's probably out
that's
soon.
the thing about the porn industry, man. Whenever new technology comes out, they always jump on and find a way to integrate it into the porn world.
I follow a site.
VR.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I follow an artist, and his site is driven by boredom, and he just started talking today about doing 20th anniversary of his site driven by boredom anniversary NFT drops. Like literally, he started talking about that a few days ago. So it's like just people are doing, and he shoots I'm not gonna say porn because it's not really, he doesn't shoot porn, but he does shoot like sometimes topless models and stuff like that there. So I mean, it's this. So you're kind of right. You're right. It's right there. It's, you know what I'm saying, we're right here at the cusp of it, and it won't be long until somebody just go ahead and make the jump on over.
It makes me wonder too, like how that would affect, like, say, government seizure in the future. Because you remember, like, a couple years ago, there was that pharmacist dude who was jacking up the prices on the meds, and he owned that Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
And so, like, when he got jammed up, the government seized that record. Now, like, say, like, a couple years from now, that Wu-Tang record wasn't made on actual vinyl and all that. Say it was just an NFT album, you know, and then he gets jammed up, but he's the only one that knows how to get into his NFTs. So, like, he goes to jail. The government, can they still seize his NFTs if he doesn't give them the password, you know? Like, how are they going to get into the blockchain to seize his assets?
Well, it's just like with Bitcoin, I'm guessing, too. You know, the old ones, at least, where they were stored on a hard drive, if you can't get to that hard drive, you can't get to your Bitcoin.
Yeah, there's the story about the dude in Britain who, like, threw out the old tower that had, like, a couple hundred Bitcoin on it.
And now it's worth millions and millions of dollars, and he's trying to find it still in the junkyard.
Yeah, he was, like, petitioning the city to go digging into the dump or whatever.
And they allowed it, too. He's still looking for it.
There's that guy in San Francisco who is down to his, like, last two password guesses before it just, like, erases.
Oh, shit.
Because he cannot remember the password he used when he bought Bitcoin for everything. It's worth, and he has, like, I think it's like $53 million in Bitcoin at this point. Wow. And of course, like I said, he can't. There's nothing he can do because, like, you can't just run it through a password thing because it has to try. And they have so many tries.
And that's the thing about it all that scares me, and like why I have a hard time imagining that, like, there won't be some sort of government regulation on it. Like, I know, like, there's like some banks are talking about adapting their own digital currencies and stuff like that, because, like, I feel like if you let people off on their own, they're more likely to just fuck up and forget their password. Like, who goes to log into their shit and just, like, a couple years after the fact? Yeah. Like, I've had plenty of websites where, like, it's been years where I can't remember, I haven't logged in and I don't remember what the password I was using in 2013. You know? So it's like, what happens if you have
Gmail? I forget what it is.
That's the thing, too. Like, I'm logged in on my Gmail on so many things, but I stay logged in all the time. So sometimes, like, I have to remember, because then I also made, like, usually with websites, I'll use, like, a certain rotation of passwords, but it's always like rotated between like 2 or 3 different ones. So like if it's not one, it's usually one or the other. But like my Gmail, it's the only one that uses that specific password. But I'm logged in all the time without logging out. So like those few times where I have to remember what it is, like I'm just thankful that I haven't forgotten it yet.
Yeah, same with me with Microsoft with my Xbox.
Oh yeah, like that one is oddly enough I remember it, but it's like I remember it only because for the moment I made it, I know what was happening.
Yeah.
But like I can't imagine like having your entire retirement account into Bitcoin and then you just like forget your password and now you can't access your retirement funds, you know? Like I understand like blockchain technology and the secrecy of it and the security and everything, but like just not being able to remember your password and forgetting, like losing your entire life savings like that, like theft happens, but just forgetting a password, like people forget shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will definitely. That's why you are correct. It's definitely going to end up being some kind of regulatory body will have to exist that knows your password or something like that. Something has to be just to keep people safe from their own selves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, like I know they sell like those cold storage wallets. I was gonna say they sell like cold storage wallets, which are like flash drives, but for like digital for Bitcoin and stuff. But even then, like you have to remember the encryption code, and it's like trying to get an encryption code into like a mega file, you know, like some dude's mega porn collection, and it's all different letters and did that one go over your head, Gabe?
No, I said I had one of those back in the day.
Oh, you have one of those? Nice.
I had past tense.
I'll be honest. I'm actually shocked that you knew what I was talking about. Because I don't think we'd ever discussed it. Man, you know more than I give you credit for in the ways of the internet porn world. This is like a movie, and you're like the villain, but you were in plain sight all along, and now it's like 5 minutes left in the movie, and you finally reveal yourself.
He's one of the only people that has the Devil and Miss Jones on Laserdisc.
Well, it is right around that time, so I'm gonna let my man Chris get on out of here. Thank you for joining us, man. We will definitely have you back for a full show when time is on our side.
For sure. Thanks for having me,
coming
guys.
through and shooting the shit. It's good to talk to you, man. Good to see you just a little bit. I miss you. Someday we'll get to kick it again, bro.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
NFT correspondent.
Sounds good. I'll do some more research.
It's all good. Love to the missus and the child, brother. We'll get at you, man. Peace.
All right, thanks.
Good night. Thank
See you guys.
Take care.
See ya.
And now back to Skip.
So we're back. You know what I'm saying? Let's peace to my man Chris. Love to have him. You're saying him down my homie Balls Rog, the GWA crew, represent Detroit, Michigan. And they keep talking about trying to get back to this podcast games, but as you can hear, like I said, they are both constantly working. They oftentimes have a little hairy schedules that mean that they don't always have the time that they want. But sooner than later, they're gonna get back in this pod game, and we will certainly love to kick it with them some more. But as for now, you know how we do. Get a couple of news stories under our belt, talk some more shit, and we keep it moving. We always try to get a little something from Ohio, and sometimes, I mean, it seems as of late, it is only Ohio and COVID, but this seems like good COVID news. So I want to definitely share the story with you guys. This is from a scene, and that guy who won't tell me how to pronounce his fucking name, so he just vents from here on out. From scene.
His name is Vinny.
The Wolfenstein Center in Cleveland to serve as FEMA mass COVID vaccination site. The White House, along with state and local officials, announced today that the Wolfenstein Center will be among the arenas and stadiums nationwide serving as a FEMA-operated mass vaccination site. When it opens on St. Patrick's Day, it's expected to administer as many as 6,000 vaccine shots a day, the Biden administration said. The site was recommended by Ohio officials as selected by FEMA in part for its proximity to underserved populations and senior citizens. The new vaccine doses will be in addition to those at other Ohio vaccine distribution centers. In a press conference Friday morning, Governor Mike DeWine thanked FEMA and said that with the supply of vaccines increasing, now is the perfect time to launch a mass vaccination site of this kind. DeWine referred to the Wolstein site as a long-term clinic and said it would vaccinate more Ohioans than any other site to date, particularly those in Ohio's most vulnerable populations. The site will operate 7 days a week and will be distributing the Pfizer vaccine to all eligible Ohioans for 3 weeks. Those who receive shots will then be able to get their second shot in the ensuing weeks. Those with transportation challenges can get a free RTA passes or subsidized rideshare services to the Wolstein Center by calling 211. Mayor Frank Jackson, County Executive Armin Budish, and CSU President Harlan Sands all thanked Governor Mike DeWine and FEMA in prepared statements. Sands called the Wolstein site Mission Central to CSU. The feds have deployed 25 personnel to assist Ohio with the vaccination efforts statewide. To date, we've brought back retired doctors and nurses. We've deployed more than 1,500 federal medical personnel, and you usually see during natural disasters from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and the commissioned health corps at the Department of Health and Human Services, and the Defense Department, including the National Guard, with thousands of more to come. President Joe Biden said in remarks earlier this week, we're also increasing the places where people can get vaccinated. We've sent millions of vaccines to over 7,000 pharmacies to make it easier for folks to get their COVID-19 vaccine shots like they would their flu shot. The federal government is also working with states to set up hundreds of mass vaccination centers in places like stadiums, community centers, parking lots that vaccinate thousands of people per day. My wife Jill and I just visited one in Houston last week. It's incredible. With the Wolstein Center and other additions, there will be at least 18 FEMA-backed mass vaccination sites around the country. Ohio entered Phase 1C and Phase 2 in its vaccination plan this week, opening availability for Ohioans over the age of 60 with qualifying health issues and those who work in certain professions such as law enforcement or in funeral homes. About 940,000 residents are now eligible to receive this vaccine. And this story came out last Friday. And since then, starting today, people 50 and older can start getting the vaccine. So it's opened up to even more Ohioans to get the vaccine. So I fuck with that, and that's pretty dope.
All I got to add is Harlan Sands is a very southern name.
Harlan Sands. It made you immediately think of Harlan Sanders, the Colonel. You thought my man was frying some chicken. I know you did.
I haven't tried a KFC chicken sandwich yet, so we can have a chicken sandwich war debate on this podcast.
It's the one I like the best.
I'll be honest, I kind of want to try that Burger King one, the way it looked in the YouTube video I saw.
Yeah. My hope is that the Burger King one is just the Popeyes one because, they're owned by the same corporate overlord. And that we can just end up with a better place to go get the Popeye sandwich at than Popeye's disrespectful ass. Fucked up how they got good food and terrible people. It's fucked up.
and I gotta stand by it. My girlfriend said she had a good one. I have yet to have a good one yet.
I hear you, bro.
Because they're not making it right for you. They're just slapping it together.
The first time we tried it, Dad grabbed two. And I think
one of each. Don't make it seem like I was double fisting bear claws or something.
I didn't.
One spicy, one regular.
I didn't even get finished telling the story.
I know. I got defensive.
T grabbed two. He got one of each too. But Dan had and I grabbed one. So out of 5 sandwiches, only one of them were right, and Dan had it.
We got them when they initially came out.
Yeah,
went to a spot that said they didn't have them hoes,
and they had them.
Yeah, and that lady was hella pissed that we ordered them.
Straight up.
Yeah, but
how dare us order food?
she obviously they weren't trained how to do it correctly because dude was straight up toasting them backwards in the back of all our buns, except for that one Dan had, were fucked up.
I had a Popeyes ask me if I'm really going to wait for it. You really going to wait for this sandwich? You're going to talk yourself out of a sale, but I guess that was the point. They don't want my service.
No, every restaurant does that. You pull up and it's going to be 15 minutes on them chicken tenders. I'll wait. I came here for chicken tenders.
It's wild to me that they so that I realize this has nothing to do with COVID, but I'm just saying it's wild to me that they just it's like they just do you only want to sell me spicy and biscuits? That's what it is. That's all you really want to hustle me? Because it don't seem like this is too difficult operation. You fry up some fucking some breast. You got to man the bun station. It seems I feel like it seems to me that chicken sandwiches is easier to make than everything else they make there. You feel me? It's like battering and frying chicken seems involved.
That's why Raising Cane's. Yeah, sorry.
I'm just saying they actually do batter and fry their chicken as opposed to like it's coming in ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just seems like it's so much easier to whip a sandwich together than it is to batter and fry up some goddamn bone-in chicken. But maybe I'm wrong.
No, that's why Raising Cane's is so they take a little bit from each category. Like we're gonna give you only the chicken that we want. We only gonna give you tenders. We don't gonna give you fries. We might be nice for the most part, but we're not doing nothing else. We keeping it simple.
You can replace that coleslaw for another piece of toast.
Yes.
Dude, there was like a 10-year period where I would have killed to have a Cane's up here. And now I got one a mile from my house, and I've gone to that bitch one time.
That's about right. And every time I'm on the west side, I go to Raising Cane's. Every time. Doesn't matter. Like I was at Tea House the other day. I went to Raising Cane's.
Like when I used to go to Columbus for Magic the Gathering tournaments, we would like almost every trip stop at Cane's because we didn't have one up here. And like you'd always get like the large with the extra toast and the fountain drink to get the tea and everything. Like we did that like almost every trip. And we were always just like, man, we wish we had this up, back home in Cleveland. And now we got them around here. And I literally drive by one every time I go to the freeway. And I'm just like,
maybe. Yeah, but I remember when Guthrie's in the flats. I mean, not in the flats, in the steel yard opened up. He was like, "This is kind of like Raising Cane's, but it ain't. So this is the best you gonna get. So you might as well get it because you don't want to tell me about Raising Cane's."
I think I went there. Yeah, I think I went there twice to Guthrie's.
We definitely went together once.
We went together.
Yeah, and then I went there one other time by myself.
Okay. And that shit, another place that took forever. It's like, nigga, it's just chicken tenders. What is you doing back there?
I mean, they used to jump, though.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the Raising Cane's by me, every time I drive by that bitch, the drive-thru is like fucking wrapping the building.
Yeah. They got do they do the double drive-thru there?
Sometimes.
Yeah, the double drive-thru is so fucking confusing to me. Like, I mean, not that it's a confusing concept, but like, We double up on the order menu also we can like kind of zipper our way into like the pay line. And then you gotta get to the window and be like, nah, I ain't that one, I'm that one.
I don't think I've ever had someone confused about what I ordered. They just repeat an order to me.
Double check.
Yeah, they repeat the order to me.
Got the 3 Happy Meals? Kind of shit.
Man, a couple weeks back I Uber Eats 5 McDonald's Happy Meals so I can get the Pokemon cards.
Did you get all fries?
I got all fries, all hamburgers, and 5 little milk chugs.
At this point, it would take 5 pack meal fries to equal an actual decent amount of French fries.
No, well, they what you do
little hoes now.
No, what you do is instead of getting an apple slice, you ask for double fry, and they give you a small fry.
Oh, okay.
They stopped giving you Go-Gurt.
Oh yeah, they did that to me the other day. They didn't say, we don't have Go-Gurt no more. They just gave me extra fries and thought I was going to be happy with it.
No, see, like
I'm trying to feed my kids.
On Uber Eats, it was like pick chicken nuggets or a hamburger, and then it was pick apples or fries. Like, it didn't come with like fries and apple slices. It was like you had to pick one or the other. And then it was pick a milk chug for an extra 45 cents.
Oh.
Or pick a Dasani water for $1.39. Like you didn't have an option to even pick not a drink. Like, you had to pick which one you wanted to pay the markup on.
You couldn't even get apple juice?
Apple juice?
No, it was literally just pick milk or water.
Weird.
I read it.
I kind of feel like because one time I was going to order from Aldi's, to try out one of those delivery services, and it was just like markups on different things. I'm like, it's not that price. It's not that price. I'm like, fuck it.
Well, that's the thing too about like Uber Eats is like the companies set the prices on the app, like the restaurants. Mm-hmm. So like I have the McDonald's over here by the Sam's Club, which is like it's next to the Raising Cane, so it's a mile away. And then I have a McDonald's that's like 2 miles the other way, like towards the Giant Eagle. And the one 2 miles away charges like half the price of the one a mile that way. Like a double cheeseburger at the one by the Raising Canes is like $4, whereas the one over by the Giant Eagle it's $2.69.
I wonder, do they charge more for that McDonald's because of the heavy traffic of that area?
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, getting out of there is hell and a half.
Yeah, it does suck getting out of there. But like, I also think like it's like the popularity of the location because like I think some people just don't realize that McDonald's is over by the Giant Eagle because it's like there's a bunch of restaurants in that line. There's like Taco Bell over there. There's a Rally's. There's a Burger King. There's a KFC, and then there's like I said, you have the big ass Giant Eagle across the street. There's also like a family diner down over that way. I think there might be one other thing, but it's escaping me right now.
You live in a lightweight snack utopia. Like, you definitely don't live in a food desert. Like, you have a good amount of, like, mom and pop places, like, straight up and down, like, national chains, like, a good amount of, like, the only thing that you don't got over there, you got one over by Parma. You have almost every restaurant near you and almost everything.
I purposely picked this area so that like I'd be smack dab in the middle of like everything. Well, no, like it wasn't like because of like having every restaurant, but I purposely picked this spot so that like I was like I had shit in every direction and I was close to the highways. Like 1 mile, north, I'm at 480, and then like 3 miles west, and I'm at 71. So like I have access to both freeways. Like you said, I have all that shit around me. Like the mall's a couple miles away. There's like, Gabe's dog snoring a mile north. There's, I got almost Giant Eagles in like almost every direction because there's a Giant Eagle down the way on Snow, like east. I got the one 2 miles west. There's the one at the mall that's like 3 miles south. Like I got everything around. There's a Walmart a mile away, even though it's like, the second most ghetto Walmart in the Cleveland area.
Okay, and I got a story about that. As we talked about earlier, I bought my son the Scooby-Doo Batman adventure. So I ordered it online because Walmart sent me an email saying, hey, not only do we have this back in stock, it's at a lower price. I'm like, sweet. So I ordered it. And it was like, you can pick it up today from Brook Park. So that's where I went to go pick it up. I have a couple Walmarts near me, but your Walmart has some pretty good stuff that I haven't seen in a while. You guys had those big old packs of Lysol wipes. Not only like the big tubs, but the big 3-packs of it. You had hand sanitizer. You had a lot of water, a lot of TP, a lot of paper towels, and it's close to the first. It's not even the 15th yet.
I think I've only gone to that Walmart like twice since I bought my house.
Oh,
I went there a lot more back before I owned this place. It was funny, like 2 years ago, I was laying on the couch here one night, and it was like damn near 11 o'clock at night, and fucking T texts me out of the blue, and he's like, hey, what are you doing right now? I need you to run to the Walmart and buy me an Xbox controller. And then before I could get like my pants on and get in the car, or Switch, whatever, yeah. Before I could get my pants on and go get it in the car to get it, he's like, never mind, they don't got it anymore.
So you got to, but he was willing to do it. And was fully prepared to put pants on and go get it.
Yeah, he got me.
Shit, I ran to Walmart for Anthony one time.
Yeah, you got me a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. I still, it's in.
With it.
Is it in the back of my car? Or is it back of my girlfriend's car? But we used it to have a lovely picnic in the basement with. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. I'm glad that I could help contribute to the conception of one of your children.
No, both of them were already born. And you,
All right.
Emery's young, but he's been around for a while now.
Yeah, he been on the court for a minute.
Your kids are at the age where I stopped keeping track.
That's fair.
And that's not just your kids. That's all kids. Like, at some point in my mind, like, the ticker just stops moving. They're all just kids.
So they not a baby no more. They in the middle.
Yeah. They're not, like, they go by, like, baby, not a baby, teenager, adult. Like, I put them into categories. Like Gabe's got 3, like, 1 probable teenager, 2 not teenagers, and a baby. Although, like, the one's getting close to not baby.
No,
So he'll have 3 non-babies.
She just turned 3. She officially not a
Okay,
baby no
so
more.
yeah, he's got like a tweenager and 3 non-babies.
What is it? Is it? Hold on. Don't tell me.
She's not double digits yet.
Hold on. 3, 5, 7, and 9.
Yep.
All right.
Oh
Got
shit!
it.
I thought your
Uncle
your
T.
oldest was older than that.
She will be this year. I guess.
Yeah, for some reason I thought your
that's
oldest
an-
was like
That's an
11.
evergreen statement. Oh, no, not yet. I don't have a teenager yet. Don't try to age up my child. I'm not ready to be the father of a teenager.
It happened.
I believe tweens is
10 to
10 to like to 13, right?
Wow, so yeah, I'm going to have a tween this year.
to 12.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this the other day. So you remember? I don't know if it was last week or the week before, where we were talking about Chun-Li in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So, like 3 days ago in our group chat, my buddy gets in the group chat and he goes, "I just caught my son jerking off to Fortnite."
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh man, I heard about this. They put the Chun-Li skins in there." And I saw that booty on the internet. Like, I understand what it's on his mind right now.
It's just it's going I don't know. Like I remember I think it was Rogue, because Rogue used to wear that green bodysuit, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Rogue from
green jacket, the leather
X-Men.
jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah.
I remember like
There's like one picture that I always see floating around on the internet from time to time, where like Rogue's kind of like on the ground, laying on her side, and like Mr. Sinister is like standing over her, like a couple feet away, and it's like, "I came here for that ass."
But I remember like just talking about like that she looked okay, like yeah, Rogue look good. And I remember this dude named Dominic. I never forget. He like, "You guys are fucking disgusting. That's a cartoon." And I'm like,
Ah, fuck that
like
shit.
what? But now this little dude busting blanks to Fortnite. Man. Yes.
Apocalypse is here to destroy that ass.
Was that in your mega?
It was on Google, but I could put it on Mega. You know, it wouldn't be a bad way to start that folder.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Next
I
story
don't
up.
want to hear that.
Next
Cartoons could be sexy.
Next story up was making national headlines, but I actually wanted to give the story that set off the national headlines from the local paper that put it out there. That was the Houston Chronicle. This is from Emma Balter, staff writer at the Houston Chronicle. It was horrific. Houston restaurant braces for threats after sticking with mask. The past 3 days have been difficult for Monica Richards, co-owner of Pico's Restaurant in Upper Kirby, after Governor Greg Abbott announced he is reopening Texas on March 10th. The restaurant told its customers its own COVID restrictions will stay the same. Pico's received many messages of support, but then it got ugly. It was horrific, said Richards. Pico's received calls, private messages on social media, and emails threatening to call U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement on the restaurant's staff and saying their green cards and paperwork need to be checked. "I've never imagined that they would go this far," she said, adding that Pico's has always been by the book. Pico's has been a staple in Houston for almost 40 years. Customers come for the food highlighting Mexico's distinct regions and fan favorite margaritas. The team will continue to operate at 75% capacity and require customers to wear face masks when not eating or drinking. And Pico's is not alone. On March 2nd, Governor Abbott said he's lifting the statewide mask mandate and allowing all Texas businesses to reopen at 100% capacity. Many Houston restaurants, bars, and other businesses put out statements vowing to keep their current safety protocols in place. According to a survey conducted by the Texas Restaurant Association earlier this week, 72% of more than 700 members said they will keep the mask mandate. Overall, these restaurants have received an outpouring of support from Houstonians, congratulating them on keeping mask and other restrictions. At Pico's, Richard said the positive feedback she received far outweighs the negative comments and threats. She's confident that Pico's will maintain its current level of business. If people don't want to comply, then they can either take their margaritas to go or come back at a different time, said Richards. Isolated incidents. Besides the message, Richards says she hasn't received any physical threats. Over the past year, there have been reports of customers turning violent over coronavirus restrictions. In December, an employee at Grand Prize Bar in the Museum District, this is the Museum District of Houston, was assaulted with a glass after asking a man to wear a mask, who repeatedly refused to do so. He received 10 stitches for a head wound. In a video posted to Twitter, Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo said private businesses have a legal right to mandate masks in their establishments. Just remember that if you remain in the business after being asked to leave, you are subject to arrest for criminal trespass, he said. A few weeks ago in downtown, a woman hit a manager in the face at a Miss Carousel over a mask dispute. And that was when it was still mandated, said Morgan Weber, co-owner of parent company Agricole Hospitality. His restaurants received negative comments on social media this week, but he doesn't yet know if that will be the extent of the backlash. This weekend will be telling, he said. I imagine there will be a contingent of people who are going out specifically to prove a point and pick a fight about it. Weber said he is having conversations with his staff on how to de-escalate potential situations. Feig's Barbecue in Upper Kirby also received a slew of negative comments about maintaining its mask mandate. Co-owner Aaron Smith said Abbott's decision puts the onus back on business owners who are already dealing with a lot, especially during the pandemic. Nobody looks forward to walking up to a guest and having to ask them to put their mask on because you never know what the reaction is going to be, Smith said. We've been lucky. We've always had good reactions, but one day we might not. The general response to Feig's stance, however, has been overwhelmingly supportive. Smith said mask use at the barbecue joint has been good, and the staff has never had an issue with someone being aggressive in person. I'm not going to read the rest of this. It's whatever. But I would tell you to go hit up the Houston Chronicle and look up Emma Balter's writings because, like I said, she this story became a national headline and went places, but this is the local writer who started this whole situation. It's I don't fuck with the state of Texas. I truly don't. But I try to be supportive of people trying to do right by their own people. You know what I'm saying? This mask mandate they have there is literally to protect their employees and make sure their business is in check. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you want to go out and not wear a mask and are able to, then go to spots that I'm sure there are plenty of places around there who will be like, you don't need a mask here. Just go there. But this place says if you're gonna be fucking with us, you're gonna rock a mask, and that just is what it is. And fuck Texas Governor Abbott for putting these people in such a predicament, because you know it's gonna be somebody gonna be like, Governor said I ain't got to do shit, and it's gonna be like, oh, bro, look, you can be cool or you can get arrested for criminal trespassing. I mean, you want to catch a case? Yeah.
We can handle this like gentlemen.
Get some gangster
shit.
I saw the Texas Rangers are going to have maximum capacity for the Rangers home opener.
I saw that too.
In a couple weeks, but I guess like they all have to wear masks in the stadium.
I wonder. Now we've been told now this whole time masks are effective at keeping COVID at bay. But how effective is a mask if I'm sitting tight up on a motherfucker who just hacking into his mask? I mean, I guess, bro. I don't see I like baseball plenty. You know what I'm saying? We've gone to some stadiums. I've been to many a baseball game in my life, and I enjoyed the sport in person more than I do not in person, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not. I would never, unless, like I said, until I'm vaccinated, bro. I bang with the mask. Y'all know what it is, man. And then hell, probably after, as we discussed last week, I just feel better about it. Vanessa got her first shot Monday. She got the Moderna. I told you guys, you, the listener, she got the Moderna vaccine. So she goes back in a month for the second shot. Whereas I believe the Pfizer one is you go back in 3 weeks. And of course, the Johnson & Johnson one that those Catholic popes hate so much is a one and done. So
I just like, how come the most logical reason to hate the Johnson & Johnson would be, hey, it only work. It's only at 72% when the other ones are higher.
I mean, but it's like basically no matter what, like I said, it is still wildly effective at keeping the symptoms tamped down.
Yeah,
that's why you go with the Johnson & Johnson one. You can get more people to get it, and like I mean, 70%. So what is that? 28% of you might get a version of COVID, but you won't get a deadly version of COVID, which is kind of the always the hope, you know.
I'm saying like
just to try to keep us alive and not in the hospital.
I'm just saying like, isn't that a better excuse than they use babies? I don't know why I use a country voice right there.
You had Harlan on the mind.
Maybe.
Yeah, Harlan in the building, Harlan. Anthony, you kind of already had a little chance to talk. So I mean, when you talked about my man Junior's birthday extravaganza. So I mean, anything else you care to share with the listeners? Oh, you know what? I do actually want to talk to y'all about is we lost Michael Stanley last week, and if you were not from Cleveland, well, you might know if you down with just in general some 70s, 80s, saying rock music, but in Cleveland, Michael Stanley was the motherfucking man. He was a fucking.
We lost a different legendary Clevelander yesterday too.
Yeah, Joe
I know.
Tate.
I'm saying we'll jump over to that one too. You know what I'm saying? My man Joe Tate. So, but Michael Stanley was like a. I knew about. Like I said, if you know my life story, I didn't even live in Cleveland that long. My first go around here, but even I knew Michael Stanley. Michael Stanley hosted PM Magazine on Channel 8, and he was a rock god. And he had a show on was it Magic? Magic 104.7.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So whatever Magic was, I was saying he was a DJ on that station, a local rock station, you know what I'm saying, classic rock station, and he was the kind of man.
I mostly know who he was because my mom used to wear his T-shirt, like his concert T-shirt, and go to his shows.
Nice, Michael Stanley band, yeah, man. So, right, he was like I said, that's a Cleveland fucking legend, and he will surely be missed. 72 years old is far too young. I realize that seems like what are you talking about, T? But it just is. It just is, man. When you hope he could have been here longer, and rest in power of Michael Stanley, and
he did the Browns comeback song in '99. Here we go again.
Yeah, man.
Browns, Cleveland Browns. Here we go again.
He passed away from lung cancer. I didn't realize that's what had gotten him. So, as always, man, fuck cancer, because, bro, it's like if you look at him, he just looks cool. He has this fucking great hair. Michael Stanley, man,
His hair never changed all these years. Like
Yeah,
I mostly
really.
remember him. It's not Denise DeFala, was it?
It was Denise DeFala.
Okay, there we go. Pulled that out of my ass. Denise DeFala and Michael Stanley hosted PM Magazine, and I don't know why the fuck I did, but I watched that show religiously every day.
Was it Denise DeFala or Robin Swoboda?
It was Robin Swoboda. It was Robin Swoboda,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. PM Magazine was basically like a Entertainment Tonight style show, only for Cleveland, but not just for Cleveland, but pretty much all in Northeast Ohio. You know, they tell you all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah, it was.
That was popping around the region.
What's crazy was I remember, I don't remember the year, but it was in the 80s, and we went to Randall Park Mall. Robin Swoboda and Michael Stanley were there, and so was Big Chuck and Little John for this Halloween extravaganza. Where I never forget, this dude took he had a balloon and he stuck a pin through it, and it didn't bust. And I was like, man, that's fucking amazing. And my mother was like, they just put tape on it and then he pushed it through and it doesn't pop. I was like, you ain't have to do that, Ma. You ain't have to. You ain't have to say that. I was
your innocence and your childhood wonder.
Yeah, I was good with just knowing it didn't pop. I never forget. Like she just like it did just put tape there. That's why it didn't pop. But maybe she said that because she knew when I got home that I was gonna put
your ass was on it.
I was gonna be like, yeah, I ain't popping the balloon.
I think my grandmother took me to see Ghostbusters 2 at Randall Park Mall.
Man, malls are one of those things that I do miss, and I'm really disappointed how downhill they went, because that mall was incredible. They had an arcade upstairs, an arcade downstairs. You had the movies, all sorts of snacks and shit. Man,
I think the last time I went there was like the summer of me going into 10th grade, which would have been, let's see, 2000? 2001?
Did your grandma used to take you to Jeepers there?
I think we did go there a couple times.
Like
yes.
Jeepers was like just out of my age range. Mom was like, "You got a Nintendo. I'm not taking your ass to no Jeepers." I probably had a Sega at that point.
I remember specifically the last time we went there, though, because it was like I was going to a new school, and she was helping me clothes shop, and I needed a new pair of shoes, but I wanted to have, like, blue shoes. I didn't want just normal black and white. Mm-hmm. So we kept going to different stores trying to find blue shoes. I ended up buying some, like, blue Nike runners from there. They were, like, blue and yellow. Like, mostly, like, blue and blackish, but then, like, they had, like, yellow designs on them.
Y'all sounds like a pair of Air Max 97s, but I might be wrong.
I don't remember what it was, man. These shoes were like, I got these shits like 20 years ago.
They're probably worth a lot of money now.
Well, I don't have them anymore. They're long gone.
We like Box pointed out, we also lost another local legend, and that is longtime Cavs announcer Joe Tate. I remember Joe Tate, again, this is back in the day, like when I was a youngin', broadcasting on channel 43 when the Cavs games was on 43, man. Joe Tate was around for a long time. 83 years old. Kidney failure, cancer, and blood clots in his leg. He was just old and a lot. The Cavs did a pretty decent little press release. This is when I wrote about Fred McLeod's passing, I cried when I wrote the piece, and then I cried later when I read it. I love Freddie Mac, but I'm definitely getting soft with age. But as I begin to write about Joe Tate, I can't help but laugh. Yes, I know that losing a true giant like Joe is no laughing matter. In fact, the death of the legendary Joe Tate, who passed this week at age 83, is heartbreaking, and I know I'll shed a tear later. But the life of Joe Tate, among many other things, was hilarious. He was hilarious. I don't know him as well as some people who've been with the Cavaliers almost as long as he was. Longtime friends like Dave and Alyssa Dombrowski and Scott Zarilla, Ryan Boo Banks, Joe Fretchen, Kurt McLaughlin, Marty Allen, Beth Stefano, and the incomparable Phyllis Salem. But I did know him well enough to know that if he could read the schmaltzy piece I'm about to write, he'd roll his eyes and say, "Oh, brother." You read that in your voice. You read that in your voice, Joe Tate. And you read that in your Joe Tate voice, didn't you? Think about that. Almost every sports fan in Northeast Ohio has their own impression of the man. When you say his name, you hear his words. There's been so much written about Joe's accomplishments, and I've written a lot of it. So I could write more about Joe Tate's countless honors. He won the Basketball Hall of Fame's prestigious Kurt Gowdy Award. He's a member of Ohio and Indiana Broadcasters Hall of Fame. He's also a member of the Cleveland Association of Broadcasters, the Cleveland Press Club, and the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame. He won every award there is to present. Now others will win awards named after him. His banner rightfully hangs in the rafters, having helped literally build the organization. I can write about listening to him as a kid. My favorite Joe Tate memories were when the Cavaliers were on the West Coast in Portland and Seattle. I had to listen covertly, and for a grade school fan, there was nothing better than some Joe Tate after hours, lying there half asleep, dreaming of the Cavaliers and Bigfoot, going from left to right on your radio dial. There are catchphrases from Wham! With the right hand to "Have a good night, everybody." There are seminal calls. Good night,
everybody.
Bingo's jumper or Dick Snyder's runner in a moment that he helped create the miracle of Richfield. Craig Elo's 3-ball against Utah, which gave life to "Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus." And he comes from Lubbock, Texas. Joe was a husband and a father. He was an Army veteran. He was an animal lover, spending his final days with his feline friend Penelope. As described recently in Terry Pluto's excellent piece published this weekend before his good friend passed. Nope, I'm not going to try to outdo a Tate-sized legend like Terry Pluto. I'm going to remember Joe Tate with a laugh. So he's up there in one of his favorite cozy, ugly sweaters, possibly conducting a Union Pacific train, rolling his eyes at me and saying, "Oh, brother." Here's my personal favorite Joe Tate story, and I'm not going to read you that, but I just thought that was a really well-written piece.
Yeah.
That's from the Cavs, though. So if you head over to the Cavs, they have a post up that says "Good night, Joe." Go ahead.
No, I just remember like almost wanting to listen to the radio more than the commentary, like on the TV. I just remember nights like driving in the car, turning on the AM to listen to Joe Tate instead of It felt better. Like I'll turn on or at night in bed, turning on the radio to the AM dial to listen to the commentary. It just sounded more exciting than on TV.
It's basketball time here at the Q. This is the Cavs move from left to right on your radio dial.
Yeah, I mean,
it's basketball time.
I know that's like really, really local shit, but man, yeah.
Like those are two like people that like everyone in Cleveland older than like 25 probably knows who those two people are.
Yeah.
Like those are like Cleveland icons. And for them to both go within a week of each other, man, like we all get old, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
Especially because like this town is so attached to its sports teams. So it's like Joe Tate was the voice of the Cavaliers for decades. And then Michael Stanley, like media guy, rock star, like Cleveland ambassador. Like those are two big things. And like I said, he's attached to the Browns, man. Like so whenever you go to a Browns game and they win, they play that fucking song, the music video and all, on all the Jumbotrons in the stadium. So after every home win, you see Michael Stanley and all those people singing that "Here We Go Again" song,
Yeah. And I just kind of feel like, even though I didn't grow up listening to like a lot of like his classic music, I was always a big fan, and I was in wow of that. Not only did this dude got a TV show, he got a fucking band.
Like it just seemed extra cool, right?
Yeah.
That's put some respect on put some respect on these men's names. Saying Cleveland legends. Again, gone entirely too soon. I know that it seems like they had long lives, but it's like, I don't know, man. You want certain people to just be here forever, and you know what I'm saying? Condolences to their families and friends and everybody who thought they was dope, and we fuck with it, man. As I said, as we ride out, I was asking you, Ant, you had anything you want to spit to the people, and if not, no worries.
No, we can move on.
It's all good. Box, you got anything popping this week, or have we once again pulled everything out of you? Just through
I wanted to thank legendary Skim listener April for sending me a very thoughtful card. She sent it to the show feed, so I'm sure T knew about it because he forwarded it to me.
Yeah, she messaged us on the show's IG. to say she had sent you a card. So I just jumped over there and I sent it. I did not read it. I do not know what it says. I sent it to you and I deleted it out of the show feed. So I have no idea what it says. Don't think I was reading your mail because I wasn't.
I'm not worried about that.
I know, but it's just, I want you to know I want to put some respect on your name. That's what a nigga doing. So that's all.
And I'm not gonna put like all her business out on the streets, but she reached out and she sent me a e-card with typed out note and a gift. So thank you to you. I truly appreciate it. It was really nice. I read it out of like one bloodshot eye because it was like the first thing I read in the morning. I was still in bed, but it was nice. I had other people reach out to me too after listening to that episode. So like everyone who reached out, it was appreciated. I thank you for taking the time to do that. It's been getting easier. Like it was. I'm not gonna lie. It was a rough. I had a rough couple weeks going into all that. Like the last year has really worn me down. Like I put a bunch of weight back on over the last year that I had spent like 2 years prior to losing. So been kind of like down about that, and then being stuck at home all the time for the better part of a year. Like, yeah, I went out, a handful of times. I mean, like, talking about going to Browns games and shit, it makes it sound like I was leaving my house, like, every other day. But, like, I probably left my house last year 10 times total, if that. So, like, I was just getting tired of being at home. And, I don't know, I was getting tired of work for a little while there. And then my grandmother passed, so it was a real bad time mentally for the Empire. Yeah. But it's gotten better as far as like my grandmother being gone. Like I know like she was kind of ready to go, so like that sadness has kind of gone away, and now it's just kind of like happy memories and I'm working myself to the bone now. Like I'm working harder now than I was before, but at least now like I know it's for something. Like not to put out like what I make or anything like that, but like my paycheck in a couple hours here or an hour is going to have 39 hours of overtime on it, and I already have 13 and a half in for this week. I'm going to try and hit 20 for the end of the week, so it's going to be a couple months of that, and so I'm working towards something. With all the money that I'm getting. And I'm going out Saturday night. Me and some buddies are going to go have dinner at Pickwick and Frolic downtown, and then we're going to go to the whiskey bar again that we went to a couple months ago. And then next weekend I have a birthday dinner that I'm going to. Like my buddy's wife invited a couple of us over for dinner. He doesn't know about it, so I'm not going to tell him. But we're coming over for a surprise dinner after work next Friday. And then I don't know if this is changing, but one of my buddies is moving away to Dallas. He listens to the show. It's funny. We actually talk about it every week when it goes up. He messages me and tells me what he likes and what he thought was interesting and whatnot. But he's moving away to Dallas, but I think his move away date may be changing. So I don't know if his going away party is still scheduled for next Saturday or not. So I'll have to ask him about that. And then in a couple weeks, I'm going to a wedding. My buddy's getting married finally to a girl he should have locked up maybe like 2-3 years ago. But better late than never, That's going to be, I think, the most interesting thing of all for the next couple weeks because they had a guest list of over 300 people. And because of COVID restrictions, they had to knock it down to 190, which still sounds like a lot to a lot of people. But yeah, so I'm going to be at a wedding with 190 people and then a reception and after party and whatnot. So it's going to be a couple crazy weeks of getting out and seeing some people finally and getting a taste of life.
Fuck with it, man.
Looking forward to that. And then working my basically working my ass off, but like off in that like I sit in this chair so much that like my hip starts to hurt. So I actually had to like go put Icy Hot on my hip today, which was the first time I ever did that.
Icy Hot.
It's like, your body.
Icy Hot can go either way. Either it can feel real good or not good at all.
Yeah, like I got like the cooling sensation out of it. And then like it felt like I had like a electric blanket on my hip that was on low. And then then I just kind of faded and I forgot about it.
Gotta find you you gotta get some Tiger Balm.
Tiger Balm is good.
I was also using a spray, so I don't know if that like affected it in any way. But like I'd also never used it before, so I didn't know how much to spray on, how much area I was supposed to cover. I just knew that like I've been sitting in this fucking chair for so much these last couple weeks that like my body's getting tired of being bent in this position. So like I've been doing more stretching the last couple days, trying to stretch my hamstrings out, because that's the thing. When something on your body hurts, like with muscles, it's not always like that area that's the problem. It's like a chain that's being pulled, and so like the pull is down the line, and the part that hurts is the part that's getting extended from the pull. So like when you want to like relieve the pain, you don't massage the area that hurts. You massage the areas around the hurt to get the muscle to let go so that it stops pulling on that area and hurting it. So like with my hip and my lower back, it's like that usually because like my ass, I know it sounds funny to say, but like the muscles in my hamstring ass area are pulling. So I have to stretch my hamstrings out and like basically like use the knot roller to get my gluteus maximus to like stop squeezing. Then that relieves the tension on my lower back and my hip. But it, like when the hip pain and the lower back pain like are like the muscles in those areas are tightening up, it's already like at that point going to take a couple days for them to stop being sore. So it's like a multi-day process that at this point like I kind of know what to do because I've gone through it so much. But it still sucks.
Yeah, I used the roll-on Icy Hot, and not too long ago, maybe about a month or two ago, I was having some back pain, and my girlfriend put it on my back, and then I put my t-shirt back on, and let me tell you, I had to take a shower about an hour, like a half an hour later, because that shit burnt like a son of a bitch. Like, it was just like, if I have some, I'll just lay on the floor and just like crack it out. No more Icy Hot for me. That roll-on worked too good.
Yeah, I think like it's the heat, I guess maybe dependent on the application. Because like, you know, I imagine the roller and the cream probably have a little more heating element in them than the spray does. Yeah. But the spray is all I got. You know, I'd never used Icy Hot before. I had bought that spray like a year ago when this shit first happened here. Because I thought I was going to have to do this like a year ago, but I worked it out and I got it to stop hurting without the Icy Hot. This time I was like trying like anything because like I've been stretching and like working it, but it was still getting like sore. Basically, it's like imagine like it's sore throughout the day, but you can function. Yeah. But the minute you go to lay down at night, everything like tightens up and locks up, and then it's like you can't get out of bed until the morning. That's what it's like.
Make sure you grab you some B12.
I have vitamin D3 and I have the multivitamins here on my desk.
Well, I'm glad you're on that vitamin D shit. That has been something a lot of people have been
deficient,
not understanding that this year of lockdown has done. It's damn near giving us rickets because we ain't out there getting enough fucking light and vitamin D. My youngest child has a vitamin D deficiency and was prescribed some supplemental vitamin D. To help her along. So, yeah, bro, this lockdown has been, I know it's been doing a number on all of us mentally, but it also, as it turns out, has been doing a number on us all physically. So I actually just picked up some vitamins the other day. I've been taking some fish oil, you know, well, just, you know, saying some omega 3s, just cause, but, in addition to that, it's like when I went to the doctor and got on my blood work, my potassium was slightly low, not super low where it's like worrisome, but I was like, well, my potassium's low. What else that they might not have tested for could potentially be low? So I got myself some vitamins to add, just to add to the repertoire. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to eat more cooked broccoli, cooked spinach. These are things that have good potassium in them. But just in case, I'm like nothing wrong with tossing back some vitamins while I'm at it. You know.
Yeah, I think part of what's kind of helped improve my mood too is like the fact that it's starting to get a little warmer. Mm-hmm. So like the last couple of days, like I had the window open in the living room, so like I could hear the birds outside and there was like a nice breeze rolling in. Now, granted, I had to close it today in the afternoon because we had like 20-mile-per-hour winds and a rainstorm roll through, which is why like I actually had a Sam's Club order that I was supposed to go pick up on my lunch break today, but then like 20 minutes before I was supposed to go pick it up, the rainstorm hit, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go get it tomorrow. So I gotta go tomorrow to get it because I already paid for that shit.
Yeah.
But I ordered allergy medication for the first time. So like I have like 150 bottle of Zyrtec waiting on me at Sam's Club. It was on sale for like $32 or something. Like it was like $8 off. And it was like they had like Claritin on sale too, but the Claritin was like $1 more, but it also had like 45 less pills in the bottle.
I use Target brand Claritin, and I just take it every day. I just buy. Whenever I start getting low, I go re-up, and it's like they sell like a pretty chunky size bottle. I think it's like you said, like in the 150 range. So I'm trying. I didn't get a walk-in. I was trying. Okay, so I mean, so the show will be a little confusing today. I'm sorry, it's not going to take its normal path.
It's like a Tarantino movie.
But I'll get you there. I was supposed to go for a walk tonight, and I normally would have, but literally after I had just got my socks and shoes on, all of a sudden I heard a pop, 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 and I'm like, that was definitely gunshots. And then I hear screaming, and I see people running and cars peeling out, and then of course sirens. So I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely was gunshots. But it wasn't just gunshots because my partner's still on Facebook, so I'm like, just check the group, our town's group, and see what's going on. And this one lady who we actually know because my kid is in band was like, it wasn't gunshots, it was fireworks. I was outside and saw it. Now, everybody it was like, I'm like, pretty sure there's gunshots, and I hear sirens and blah blah blah. As it turns out, stop. You're both right. It was fireworks one way, gunshots another way at the exact same time, which is just dumb. It's
coordinated
strike. That's what I was just thinking.
And so police were out and so forth. And I was just like, and I had a tough day for just other reasons. And I was like, I got this of the Inca Cola I talked about last time. And I was like, you know what I need? I need some rum. And my partner's like, yeah. She goes, you had that kind of day? And I go, I think I have had that kind of day. I'm going to go buy some rum. So I because like I said, my neighborhood was at this point a crime scene. I was like, I'm just going to hop in the car. And I drove down to Simone's, where me and Dan picked up the bottle from the first episode of Building Box's Bar. And
I took a drink of that the other night.
Nice.
Well, the thing was, it's been so long since we did that, like 14 months now.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much in the last year about like all that kind of stuff. I wanted to see if when I drink it now, knowing more than we did then, if it was any different, Yeah. Like if I could pick up on notes and tastes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I went and bought a bottle of rum, had myself a rum and Inca Cola as we sit here and record this, and trying to find my center, trying to get my zen.
What kind of rum did you buy?
Hold on, I can tell you because I watched a video about it. Because I actually went and looked it up. Because if nothing else, let me tell you something. I've learned from Building Box's Bar to research a little bit.
I hear Forest Square is really good.
It was Rum Clement, RHUM, because it's French, VSOP. And I got the 4-year, not the 10-year. I know some people are like, I want the 10-year, but I got the 4-year. I got the standard 4-year VSOP bottle of it. Very special old pale, if you're wondering what VSOP means. And it's pretty tasty. And it has, and from all the reviews, it reviews well. So I felt good about buying that particular bottle. I wanted to get the bottle that I got Gabe, because that was the one that was like, yo, this is the one you want if you sipping rum and cokes. And I'm like, fuck, but they ain't have no more. As it turns out, that bottle was the last bottle, and they have not read it up yet. So
yeah, I know, like you're supporting local. If you're ever trying to find out that they don't have it, Giant Eagle sells it. I bought it there, and every time I go, they always have some on the shelf.
Okay.
Like, at least by me.
Yeah. So dope. That's that will be the move. But that was pretty good. It was pretty good in this concoction. I did not drink it straight, but I should probably put it in the old Glencairn glass and give it a little room to breathe and give it a sniff. But pretty tasty. Ooh, okay. Yeah, man. So I didn't end up getting my walk in today that I wanted to, and it's supposed to cool down mightily tonight. Unfortunately, let's see what the old
Yeah, it's supposed to drop to like 37.
Yeah,
right?
but it's gonna be back
Dumb.
up to 50 by tomorrow.
This weather can't make up its mind.
well, yeah, it's March.
Fucking Ohio.
It's March, yeah, and it's just how it rolls, and so I will try to I'll just get some cold steps in. It'll be all right. It just is what it is, not because I like I said, that's my whole point is to try to get in these steps and try to get some of this fat acidness off my ass and keep motherfucking moving. So that's what's been popping with you boys. Gabe, are you awake enough to speak on it, man?
I don't have much. I did have why am I doing this kind of shit moment on Twitter the other day when I was going back and forth with these two accounts, and somebody made fun of me for wearing a mask, and his buddy put up a meme that said R3KT, which apparently is supposed to be wrecked, and I'm like, oh, I'm going back and forth with children. Why am I doing this?
Well, we ask you that every time,
I know.
and you never have.
And you know what? I'm not going to learn from this.
You never have a good answer, and
What?
so
Yeah, but usually I assume I'm speaking with adults.
No,
are they really adults if they're fighting on the internet?
Well, I'm an adult. I fight on the internet.
Yes. I think
Twice,
that question
twice.
should.
I think you should just download Angry Birds or a game where you can like shoot people or something.
That's it. What's going on with me? The villain from Poldark still hasn't gotten his comeuppance. That's pretty much.
PBS All Access watching
PBS All Access is fucked up. It doesn't leave you. It doesn't leave you in the where you left off in the episode.
Oh yeah, that's not cool.
And my wife says, "Well, it's because PBS does not have the funding that Netflix has." I'm like, I understand
That's
that,
as
but
good as answer as any, I suppose.
That's
but
that's not that's.
well, it doesn't.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. Fuck it. We ride out with that as the answer, sir.
You just gotta watch the whole episode, and you won't have to fast forward or rewind to get back to where you were.
Oh my gosh.
You can just pause it for 2 days or something. I don't know. Yeah, I broke down and started my free trial of a Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
I got so many at this point that I just don't care to add another service to the menu. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to have time for all of it.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I was talking about dropping Netflix. I don't like what do I need from Netflix?
I watch too much shit on Netflix to give them off. I like every night, like after I finish this, I'm gonna go lay out of my bed. I'm gonna turn on Star Trek: The Next Generation, and that's what's gonna put me to bed. I watch too much shit on Netflix to give it up. Oh my god, that show I've been telling y'all about, Kim's Convenience, announced that that the season that's currently airing is going to be their last season. I'm so disappointed. The creators are wanting to go do different things, and they were like, well, seeing as the creators want to go do different things, and we try to have authenticity in the voice of our show, this will be the last season. So I'm like, god damn, it stinks.
You can't be using the critic to talk about Star Trek.
It stinks.
I miss The Critic. That's such a good show.
I'm gonna miss that show, but I like to say I don't know. Netflix is at this point just the thing. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like you just have it. And I mean, does anybody in your family have it that you can share with? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just old school.
We're the sharers.
You're the breadwinner.
So
yeah, like I use my buddy's Disney Plus. I have my own Netflix. I have Hulu, but I don't use it because it comes with my Spotify.
Yeah.
I have access to Paramount Plus, but I don't use it because it comes with my Browns Forum subscription. I have WWE Network, but I'm getting rid of that, even though they're moving to Peacock or whatever. But I'm probably not going to get that.
Yeah. I
use Anthony's cable login to watch Cavs games, so big ups to Anthony. And then I watch a shit ton of YouTube.
Same.
Like free YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, I have premium YouTube.
Oh.
That's just me avoiding commercials.
And I still have HBO Max.
I just asked you that last week.
I watched Tom and Jerry the other day.
Really?
It was an alright movie.
Because of Chloe Moretz?
I did want to bring it up. And I'm glad that we got into this conversation because I actually had something I wanted to say about that.
Okay.
Jerry is a fucking bitch.
Yes.
And he
Always
deserves
has
to
been.
get murked. Yeah. Tom, that movie starts off with Tom minding his own fucking business, doing his little Central Park hustle. He was lying to those people, but he wasn't hurting nobody. He was rocking those keyboard keys. And then Jerry's little bitch made ass comes over and fucks up his whole set and just ruins his situation. And then he wants to move up into the 5-star luxury hotel while Tom's ass is out on the street getting jumped by gangster kiddies and sleeping in wet cardboard boxes during the rain with a broken keyboard. Fuck Jerry. I hope Jerry's bitch ass gets run over by a car.
I've never been a fan of Jerry. Like, never. Like,
Jerry's the fucking kid that instigates everything. It's like in sports. He's the one that shoves after the whistle, but then Tom retaliates and then he gets in trouble. They always get the second offender.
Yeah. I always hated that mouse, and always always thought he was doing my man Tom dirty, and I signed off on this shit. So agree. Jeez, man. I tell him why you mad, Box. Tell him why you mad.
I straight up I was watching that and I was just like, they are perpetuating some bullshit here. Like, they're making this mouse out to be some sort of fucking folk hero, and he's the motherfucking piece of shit. Like, they're trying to paint the cat as the bad guy because the cat's the one trying to catch him, but the cat's only trying to catch him because the mouse came over and fucked up his set.
For real.
This is a retaliation. You started it, and now the cat's trying to finish it, and people are mad at the cat.
Maybe one shouldn't seek revenge is the theme. I don't know.
Man, fuck that. If you come over and you break my keyboard, I'm gonna try and get your ass too.
Would you have saw that in the theater? Because that was one of those ones that hit
No.
HBO early. And
I don't have that kind of connection to Tom and Jerry. Like, if it was a Pokemon movie, I would have gone to the theater. Like, I went to the last couple Pokemon movies in the theater. Tom and Jerry, I'm not going to the theater. Like, I never had the Tom and Jerry fandom like that. But it was on there. I heard it was all right, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm paying for this fucking service. I might as well watch the goddamn movie," because I had 2 hours to kill. So, I watched it after hearing good things, and it was all right. It wasn't Oscar worthy or anything, but as far as a kids movie goes, besides Jerry being a bitch, it was all right. Chloe Grace Moretz or whatever you say her name was in it. Michael Pena was in it. The dude from Deadpool that didn't have powers on the team that died when they jumped out of the plane, he was in it. Fucking Colin Jost from SNL was in it. I'm sure the Indian lady who played the other main character was probably famous, but I don't know who she was. She was in it.
Mindy Kipling?
No, not Mindy Kaling.
Kaling?
I know that one. And then I know the Jonas wife. It was neither one of those.
Am I double racist for fucking up her name and then saying she must be the only Indian actress out there?
I'm going to check the scores table, but it's not looking promising for you.
I think you're a little sleep foggy, so I'll give you a pass.
All right.
I still have stars to the end of the month for $1 because Amazon had another one of those like get stars for 2 months for 99 cents a month deals a couple months ago. So I canceled the re-up on that, but I've been watching American Gods last summer. Like they had 2 seasons out, and I heard it was a good show, and they had that like Orlando Jordan clip. He was talking about white people and slavery and all that shit that went viral last year. So I was like, oh, this show sounds interesting. I'll watch it. So I watched the 2 seasons, and then the 3rd season started like near the end of January. So like they have 2 episodes left to come out. Like the 9th one comes out this Sunday, and then the finale is next week. So I'll be able to watch the whole season on this like $2. So I watched all current 8 episodes Saturday night because like Starz airs the new episodes like Sunday evening. But with the streaming services, you don't have to wait until the evening. Like as soon as it hits midnight, it goes up on the streaming service. So while I was watching the first 7, the 8th one popped up. So I watched like all 8 of them Saturday night. And I was telling Anthony like that show is so fucking frustrating because I'm almost 3 seasons done and I feel like nothing has happened. Like shit has happened, but I still feel like the story is almost the exact same as it was at the beginning of the 3rd season. Like, I don't feel like we haven't gotten anywhere yet.
I read the book. It's kind of slow.
Yeah, very fucking slow. It's like glacial slow. Like, I'm just like, are we going to do something here? I'm getting to the point where I'm like, something better fucking happen that's meaningful and keeping my attention because, like, otherwise, I might just say fucking cut my losses and pick this shit up 5 years from now when the show's already done.
I mean, hey.
like I'm doing that right now with Arrow. I'm watching Arrow on Netflix after I stopped watching that shit like 4 years ago. That's, so all those like DC shows that were on the CW had like a crossover event a couple years ago, I guess.
I remember hearing about that.
On Infinite Earth.
Yeah. So, like, I watched all 3 seasons that Netflix has of Black Lightning. Like, I finished that the other day. And, like, they had, like, one episode where some shit happened that kind of, like, opened up the multi-Earth thing. And then the next episode was just, like, the dad flying in the air, and he's just like, oh, shit, I met Superman, and I was on a different Earth for a little while, but I'm back now. So it's like, but you didn't see anything that happened and all that. I'm watching fucking Green Arrow, yesterday, and it's like the one episode, it's like he's being arrested by the FBI because they've got proof that he's the Green Arrow, and like the bad guy from Lost has a bomb now, and you're like, oh shit, this is getting good. And then it's like the next episode starts, and there's like all these fucking weird ass people that you never seen before. They got some dude that was like, it was like his doppelganger of his best friend, but he's dressed up like a Nazi, and he's in like a containment unit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So it was like an entire episode of like this After Earth bullshit. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, weren't you just getting arrested by the FBI last episode? Why are you fighting Nazis now? And why is every bad guy in all these comic books gotta be Nazis? Like, I'd hate to be the company that has to make, like, TV and movie prop shit, and it's like your greatest export the previous year was, like, Nazi flags.
Be out there really taking turns, man.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine, like, having to create Nazi merch in, like, 2021. Like, I mean, all right, I guess this shit happens because those, underground people still exist. Hydra's still a thing. But, like, having to make, like, Nazi banners for the Crisis Earth crossover event, like, man, I feel a little like, ugh.
What'd you think of the end of WandaVision, I was wondering, sir?
I'll keep this, like, spoiler-free. I'll just give my feeling on it, for those who are watching this and don't want to have it ruined. Or listening, I should say. To me, it felt weak in that, like, it didn't feel like a series finale, grandiose thing, because, like, one, I know it's just, like, leading into movies that are coming out, so it's not really over. It's just, like, it's continuing, but it's going to continue with a different name and a different media. And then two, they didn't really, like, give up the ghost, per se. they just kind of like gave you a smackerel of honey. They didn't give you the whole pot. So like, you know, I felt a little let down. I'm gonna say, like, I didn't hate it. I'm not mad at the show or anything like that. It just like, it felt like we were gonna like lead up to some sort of like grand finale, and we just got like sparklers, maybe a couple Roman candles. No gunshots though.
I truly enjoyed the entirety of the series. Like, I thought it was a unique start, and I think it wrapped up fine. I was glad to have the mid credit and post credit sequences, because that's a thing Marvel does. I feel like they played the what's her face,
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, I feel like they played Monica kind of short.
You don't think she's gonna get a show after that ending?
No, I know she is a big part of Captain Marvel too, so I know where her shit comes into play. But it's like she seemed so important early on, and then to wrap up just like they did, like, hey, look, it's me, I'm a Skrull. Oh, sorry. And you know how they wrapped her story up. Yeah, whatever. How they wrapped her story up, I was like, you could have did better by her, but also maybe not, because it's a TV show. It only has so long to go. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. I did that the final sequence. You know what I'm saying? The post credit sequence was real cool to me. I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, that's some. They are literally right now in England filming Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, and she is and literally WandaVision leads directly into Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. So I already know what's going on there. So that is those two are a pair. So I'm okay. That helps a bit, but like there is a general bit of like, man, like I don't like the way they had Kat Dennings' character wrap it up. It's like, really, that's what you did for her character? That's it? So it's like
yeah, I expected a grander finale for my thick queen.
Exactly. God, Jesus Christ, bro, she's so fine.
I have loved Kat Dennings for like 16, 17 years now.
Same, but it's just like, when she was out walking around in that costume, and I was like, is that a nipple ring? Oh, shit, Kat Dennings. It was like just a little extra something on top, you know what I'm saying?
I must have missed that.
So that's what it is. I was disappointed in a lot of people's finale. So I was disappointed in the way they handled Fietro. You know what I'm saying? I was disappointed in the way they handled, again.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Kat Dennings' character.
Yeah, that felt kind of shitty. I'll be honest.
Indeed, and it felt real played out on that one. So it's
I feel like they rope-a-doped me.
But I didn't rope-a-dope you with the blonde chick. She turned out to be nothing.
But
she was a red herring.
But it's not. It's like at this point, they've earned my trust because they've always done right by me and paid it off when it's all said and done. So I think that and then in fact the. Matt Shankman, the director of the entire series, which also is very rare. Most directors don't get to direct an entire series. Has already said, "Bruh, we do this for a reason. So don't let that one go quite yet."
Okay,
it's whack to I mean, it was kind of whack to just be a throwaway boner joke, but also that was like said another callback to old TV, the character Boner from Growing Pains. So there's a couple of things going on there. But yeah.
So I have a question, and at this point I feel like we've talked enough where I can just speak freely. So, well, like I mean, like we basically were just talking about characters and giving away plot development and shit. So it is what it is at this point. So the black lady that was like the daughter of the lady who ran Sword or whatever, is that the lady from Captain Marvel who was the friend, the black lady?
So her mom, her mom, yeah,
was okay. Yeah. So she's the little kid from Captain Marvel,
yeah, who was hanging out playing with the Skrulls at the end of that. Yes, that
makes sense. I thought that's what it was, but I actually forgot to look it up. So I figured since we're having this conversation, you would know.
Yeah.
That all makes sense then.
Yep. And God, that was the one part of that show that like. that not the one part. Like I said, it was so many interesting scenes and stuff with that. But that little showing us the blip, because they really don't. We've only seen a little bit of the blip in Spider-Man, and of course now in this. And it's like to see people return from the blip. You know what I'm saying? 5 years have passed, and they just come back and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's something I hope they explore further as all of this Marvel stuff goes on, because that's a cool story to talk about. I was gone for 5 years and came back and discovered these things. You know what I'm saying? Or what happened in my absence? You know what I'm saying? And I just love I love everything about that and want to see where that goes. And I don't know. I hope they do something with that.
I feel like it's an interesting way to kind of like dig deeper into like almost like the PTSD of people who like come back and say like you were married and then you come back and now like your spouse or whatever has like a new marriage, you know, like
it's moved on.
Like I said, in her case, in Monica Rambeau's case, and I'm just like I said, spoiler for WandaVision if you are watching it or have plans to watch it, I'm about to just ruin some shit for you. She comes back sitting in a chair next to the hospital bed where her mother had been being treated for cancer. And what she knew last was that the surgery was successful, her mother was fine and doing well. But as it turns out, 3 years after that, while she was blipped away, the cancer came back worse than ever, and her mother died. And so she disappeared thinking everything was going to be fine, only to wake up or, come back and she's lost her mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's wild, and it's like, talk about what it is to have, 5 years to have passed and you've not aged at all, but everybody else has. It's so much unique and interesting storytelling I think they can do with that particular part of the MCU that I hope they do something with. And actually, I think because it's such a valuable portion of their catalog that it is something they can.
Spider-Man handled that in an odd way too, where like the one kid blipped and it came back and like he hit puberty or whatever while they were gone. He was like trying to get with MJ and shit. That was like a weird like kind of pedophile way about it, but not.
Yeah, that, like everything. Like I said, it's just that's a wild one. I'm very excited for what do they call the new Spider-Man? I forgot. They just named it the other day.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home is going to be interesting.
Was there any truth to like the 3 promo pictures that were released about them like being clues about it being Mysterio? Because like each promo picture, like the fake ones or whatever, each was colored in a color that was part of Mysterio's costume.
Ooh, and I hadn't even heard that rumor. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter because I guess like Tom Holland posted one of them.
Yeah, and
then there were like 2 posted in other places, and they were all Spider-Man, and that was whatever the name was something different.
Yeah,
apparently like because I saw the tweet I showed. I said the tweet that I saw I had all of them kind of like in like a grouping, and the tweet said like we thinking Mysterio's involved because each coloration on the graphics was a color from Mysterio's costume.
I mean, but we already know Mysterio was involved. He sent that, that.
Well, yeah, but like the way they ended that movie, they lead you to believe that like he's dead. But like we all know, Mysterio is all about like illusion and like rope-a-dopes and shit. So like, but the way they ended that movie, they make you think that like Mysterio's dead and he like sent that video off before he died or whatever. Like that was like his like fail-safe. But then it's gonna probably end up being that Mysterio faked his death. Or the guy who, like, Gyllenhaal maybe wasn't the real Mysterio or something.
Yeah.
And in the comics, there were 2 Mysterios.
Yeah.
Like, Quentin Beck wasn't the only one.
If I'm not mistaken, they also have said that Doc Ock is going to be in this movie. The guy who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, not Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, like all the old ones, like all the old Spider-Mans are supposed to be in it, all the old villains. Like they're like literally like taking all the different Spider-Man movies and mashing them into like this one multiverse movie.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about where that all heads. And so,
they better leave Topher Grace's bitch ass out of this fucker though.
Bruh, worse. I like to say, how dare them fuck up Venom so much?
I like Topher Grace, But that Spider-Man 3 movie,
Trash.
I was fucking livid. How
Still
dare
better
they?
than Justice League.
I blame Sam Raimi. You know, not even Topher Grace. Topher Grace is put in a terrible position of being cast to be the replacement Spider-Man, and then Topher Grace's Tobey Maguire's bitch ass coming back. Sam Raimi should have done the honorable thing and just let Topher Grace go, but instead he decided to fuck me over and completely miscast him. And it was the most egregious miscasting I've ever seen in my life.
Sam Raimi's directing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
What?
Oh, fuck him.
So if I'm just gonna tell you, get used to Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi could choke on dick.
Hey, currently he is
Can we all potentially do that though?
Yeah, but I can hope that his happens more frequently.
Oh my god. Well,
unless he's into that sort of thing, and then pussy for him.
Choke on some
Can
pussy.
you choke on a pussy?
I hope he drowns in it.
Get cancer from it.
Oh my god. Well, you know how we roast people. We got to get into some Am I the Asshole? And I just realized I clicked off of what I was trying to click on. Almost fucked up our Am I the Asshole segment. Each week we head out to these Reddit streets and find some things we think are interesting. We go over them. We decide which ones that we think we want to fuck with. And then we keep it motherfucking moving and we go. Box sent one. Where's the one that Box sent me?
I think that's in the Twitter.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got the right. I wanted to make. I went back to bookmark it, so I had it, but also have some more. And I'm like, I want to make sure I give credit for the one he actually sent me. You sent that today, right? Yeah, but we also have sent a bunch of shit.
I've sent a couple of them, so it depends on which one you're looking for. I know this wasn't an Am I the Asshole, but that tweet that I sent you guys in text yesterday about the 7-year-old that lied to the mom.
Bro, I sent that shit to any and everybody, and people was like, fuck that kid. And, oh my God, that's crazy, and blah, 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 blah. That shit was a wild one.
Wow.
Yeah, now granted, it's the internet. I have no way of verifying, but I saw that posted I think I saw it on Instagram. Somebody had screenshotted it and posted it there. That shit. So those, the tweet was essentially something to the effect of a woman and her husband were going through a divorce because the 7-year-old daughter told the mom that daddy had another girlfriend. Daddy vehemently denied it. And then, while they were in the middle of the divorce proceedings, going through it all, the daughter finally confessed that she only told mommy that because she was upset with her and that daddy didn't have another girlfriend. But at that point, daddy didn't want to take mommy back.
Yeah.
I mean, she violated his trust by not, believing him.
Yeah. Be fuck you, take that kid with you. I'll pay the child support. Get on gone.
Shit, I want to pay the child support.
Yeah, man. Think about, what kind of relationship that dude is going to have with that daughter now. You lied on me to mommy and cost me my marriage, you bitch.
I don't know. Maybe he'll find some hotter, younger mommy.
It's like how I saw, tweets from Von Miller this morning where he was, talking about how, his son's going to be born in a couple months and how he's going to train him to be a quarterback. And I'm like, isn't that the same kid that, you had the text messages leak last month where you were telling the baby mama to abort him? And now you're all super psyched that he's going to be born?
Oh, I mean, what do you do at this point?
So, am I the asshole for making a fake stock portfolio for my wife? That's the one Box sent. Am I the asshole for secretly having a key copied to get a friend pranked? I think yes, you are. Or am I the asshole for screaming at my roommate for accidentally poisoning me?
Oh.
We definitely gonna do the stock portfolio because Box dug that one up, and we're gonna put some respect on my man's name, like I said. So we're gonna jump on that one. So, my wife has always been terrible with her finances. From the moment I met her. Before we were married, she was swimming in debt, yet only made the minimum payment every time, while at the same time buying excessive products and items that she couldn't afford. She's wonderful in so many other ways, but as far as finances go, she is a lost cause. While we were dating, I tried to teach her some financial literacy. It didn't really stick, and once we were married, I took over our combined finances, of course. But I still kept her informed about everything that I do, but she tends to let me do most of it. Shortly after the market started picking up again following the COVID recession, which I don't think that's how that worked out at all, but okay, guy, you seem to think you know. I started picking up numerous stocks that were cheap, and I told her about it. When she did,
Well, there was a COVID recession in the stock market last year.
Sure.
Sure.
That's all I'm doing with that. Sure. I started picking.
Well, no, I thought like the way you were dismissing it, like it didn't exist.
I'm more just dismissing this guy who thinks he knows more than I think he knows. But we're gonna keep riding with this here story. I started picking up numerous stocks that were cheap, and I told her about it. When she then asked me if she could have half of our total investments fund to invest on her own, I asked her why she wanted to and she wanted to prove to her friends that she could be responsible with money, since apparently they were teasing her about it last time they met. They knew her long before I met her. I told her it wasn't a good idea, and I could certainly help her by setting up an account with a small amount or one of the numerous simulations out there so she could learn under my guidance. Instead of jumping right into our money and potentially losing it all, she refused, and we had a big argument about it. She was still adamant, and I was getting annoyed, so I set her up with this on a simulation and told her it was a real account. She hadn't even bothered to research real brokers and thought it was the real deal and started investing. Fast forward to now, and her account has done terribly over the last few months, and she has lost a large portion of the money in that account, which she thinks is real. She put the money into random penny stocks and other garbage after reading half-baked articles online, probably hoping to find the next Apple. Of course, many of them did terribly, depleting her account. She even invested in GME, but only after it showed up on the news, and when it fell, she panicked and sold her shares. She came to me the other day sobbing and said sorry, upon which I asked her if she now realized why I didn't want her to jump in without any knowledge. I then told her she didn't have to worry because it was a simulation, and she got angry at me for lying to her, instead of being happy that our retirement isn't flushed down the drain. Guy. And dragged us into another big argument. I fail to see how I am in the wrong because I offered multiple times to help her ease her into our finances instead of just dropping her straight in and letting her do what she did to the simulation to our account, our actual account. Am I the asshole? It is.
I'm gonna say no because he turned out to be right.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
because
make him not the
you
asshole.
know what?
And
I know, but that helps.
I kind of feel.
In fact, why I think he's an asshole is because you're unnecessarily lying.
Yeah, you should be lying to
All
his
you
spouse,
gotta do is be
actually.
real and be like, no, bitch, you bad at this shit, and I'm not giving you my fucking retirement to fuck off with. You can say it in a gentle, loving way. But you got.
I could see though how like he would think that like giving her a simulation, she could see for herself that she's not good at it, and that way he wouldn't have to be so harsh.
No, sometimes harshness is what it has to be. Sometimes you gotta be, and in a good, strong relationship, motherfuckers know who sometimes somebody gotta play bad cop. They know it. And that is what it is to be in a relationship, man. Sometimes somebody gotta come off and be like, look, bruh, no, I cannot allow you to do this.
I know, like, in relationships, people come with their strengths and everything. Like, I imagine if I was married, I'd most likely be the one doing the books. Like, because I'm good at that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But, like, it seems like here, she just can't accept the fact that she's not good at it. And she's willing to, like, fuck up their situation. I would think that she'd be happy that she didn't just lose thousands of dollars.
But also, like I said, it's the trust situation. It is being lied to and made to feel small.
You know, what you're saying here right now kind of reminds me of something in that I was watching Arrow, as I've said, yesterday, and I got to a part in season 6 where the Hispanic kid from Coach Carter, he's in the show, and he play. I forget what his name is. It's like T-Dog or something like that. And
man.
I think that might be it. Like, I could be wrong. I just know him as the Latino guy, the Latinx guy from
This
Coach
name is
Carter.
like Ricky something in real
And,
life.
yeah, like Ricky Gonzalez or some shit like that. And I'm not being generally racist when I say that. Like, I literally think that's like his name. But
It is Rick Gonzalez. You are correct.
yeah,
He played
see?
his character was Timo Cruz.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, so like I know him from like One Tree Hill, Coach Carter. He was in Reaper back in the day. Like he's in all kinds of
was
shit.
good.
But anyway, yeah, I like that show. But in the couple episode arc that I'm in, he's the one who basically the FBI comes to him being like, look, we got proof that you're this mass vigilante, but we'll let you go and let you keep your daughter if you give up Green Arrow. So like he becomes the FBI's informant because he doesn't want to lose his daughter. So then like when Green Arrow finds out that someone on his own team informs on him, he sets up surveillance to spy on his own team. Then like when he's like confronting one lady because they caught her in a lie when she said she wasn't seeing her ex-boyfriend who was like a vigilante that was trying to kill Green Arrow. He's like, you lied to me, blah, 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 and you informed on me, the FBI. And she's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. And then he's just like, she didn't do it. It was me. But then, like, so he, like, straight up, they catch her in a lie. And then he admits to informing. But then they flip it on Green Arrow and get mad that Green Arrow spied on them and invaded their privacy. So then they leave the team because they don't trust him anymore. But I'm like, you motherfuckers are the ones that fucked him over first. How do you get to turn it around on him and be mad at him?
Right.
It's the same thing here. She fucked up the money, and then he had to go and check her, and now she's mad at him for lying, not the fact that she fucked up the money.
It's just what trust is a two-way street, bro. And it's like,
Yeah, you really can't see the spouse like that.
the people on Reddit have decided and co-signed everyone sucks here. Let's go over the reasons why. Everyone sucks here. Tricking her is surely an asshole move. She's an asshole too for her fiscal irresponsibility. And the gentleman responds, that's what I was thinking. But I don't know how I could have protected our finances had I actually given her the money. I would rather be an asshole in this than lose our chances to retire. He could have just been an asshole at the start and not have to worry about this at the back end. I just read something that I know it's probably just a dumb, like, you know what I'm saying, Instagram post or something like that, but it said, what did it say? It said, something like, lies will fuck up your future, but the truth is only going to mess up your present. And there's something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, you know what I'm saying? Look, you can just tell the truth right now and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can tell a lie and then that shit will come and haunt your ass in the future. And that's just what went down here, man.
It's like telling someone you love them, even though you don't mean it. And then before you know it, you're married to them for 5 years and you're wondering, what the fuck did I do? I thought for sure that they get mad and leave at some point and they just never left.
It's wild out these streets, man. It's a wild one. So, oh my God. Yeah, everyone named Mama sucked there. That's terrible. Fuck all them people. Yeah, he an asshole. But she an asshole too.
I applaud him though. Like the fact that like he had that ingenuity to go and find a simulation and know that his girl was going to be too lazy to even fucking realize what she was doing. That's like when you're playing Sonic 2 and you hand the controller to the person to play Tails because you know they can't stay alive.
Bro, I every time we do one of these with a couple like this, and I'm just like, bro, y'all are not built for each other. You're just not. That's terrible. That's that relationship is always going to be fucked up going forward. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
it would seem that a generation that spends the majority of their time talking online has a hard time communicating in relationships.
Oh my God. Last two are Emma the asshole for secretly having a key copy to get a friend pranked, or Emma the asshole for screaming at my roommate for accidentally poisoning me.
Poison.
Poison it is.
Poison. Poison.
Hey guys, you can call me S for the purposes of this, and I am a 25 she they. My roommate is D 31, he him. D and I are best friends. and we have been for several years. Recently, we moved in together, and we are just now hitting the 1-year mark of being roommates. You might think I'm implying something. I'm not. We are strictly friends. Anyway, he's an amazing roommate, very organized and neat, respectful of my privacy and possessions. Plus, he's my friend, so it's like hanging out 24/7. I'm a bit messier, but I always manage to clean up the havoc I wreak upon our flat. This morning, I was getting ready and spilled some foundation on my shower curtain. We have separate bedrooms and bathrooms, and I left it to clean after work as I was rushed. Apparently, while I was gone, D, he had the day off from work, went into my bathroom for some reason or other, noticed foundation, and decided to clean it. Here's the thing, though. He scrubbed the foundation out of my shower curtain using a cleaning product with my toothbrush.
Oh, that's not a damn accident.
When he was done, he left it unrinsed on my sink for me to find. I get home from work, we get takeout and watch a movie. When the movie was over, I went to shower and brushed my teeth. I noticed that it tasted off and it was foaming blue instead of white like my toothpaste does. So I went out in my pajamas in the living room where D was reading a book, and I asked him if he had done anything to my toothbrush. To which he replied he had cleaned the foundation off with it. I thanked him, but asked what he used. He replied cheerfully, OxyClean, before his face fell and he realized what he did. Naturally, I was pissed and started screaming that he could have made me sick. There was a large amount on the brush, and that he shouldn't have A, used my toothbrush for anything without my permission, B, put cleaning products on my toothbrush, and C, not rinse my toothbrush after putting cleaning products on it. He replied that he was just trying to help and said I was ungrateful since it worked. We got into an entire screaming match. Here's the worst part. After this ended, I vomited, maybe from stress, maybe from the fact that I ingested OxyClean, probably both. After I told D I wasn't feeling well and was physically ill, he said I was overreacting and trying to make him feel bad. I ended up just going to bed. Am I the asshole?
So I don't understand why. I still don't understand why he decided to use his toothbrush. And then it would have been all right if it was rinsed off. You should have threw that shit away.
Yeah,
see, y'all go there. I go even further back. Don't be in my fucking bathroom. You have a bathroom in this flat? I got a bathroom in this flat. Don't be in my space. Ever. I don't care how tight we are. That's mine. That's yours. Don't be over here without having explicitly hit me up to say, hey, yo, I got to get something out your bathroom. We good?
I guess the only caveat that would that be to that if, like, maybe they split chores and, like, they agree to, like, swap bathroom cleaning duties or something like that. But, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, don't come and touch my shit. I'm just saying, like, maybe like, oh, you've got the cleaning supplies already. Can you clean my bathroom too? But that doesn't sound like what this was. So
this shit is so far fetched to me. It sounds made up.
Because this one says, apparently while I was gone, D, he had the day off work, went into my bathroom for some reason or another.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, in this particular case, you're right. They're like, he didn't have reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I could see, like, maybe if they had, like, a cleaning schedule where they split chores or something.
For sure. I got you.
But yeah, man, like, I let a lot of shit go. Like, I'm sure that, like, there's shit that I do that has pissed people off in the past or, you know, whatever. And when, like, other people do shit that piss me off, like, domestically. But, like, I'm generally pretty chill about letting shit go, like, or not saying anything or just cleaning it up and not, whatever. But if someone takes my toothbrush and does some shit like that to it, I will not be able to hold back words and let that shit go.
Similar to the last article, the person's like, hey, man, I helped you out. Don't be mad at me. It's like, no, what you did was you fucking broken a trust we've established again. And in this case, potentially put me in a way that could have killed me. I don't know how fucking what I think that, if I'm not mistaken, it's just intense peroxide. But we ain't supposed to be eating peroxide, people. It's just a thing, you know. Maybe you don't know that, but you know, for the streets, don't eat peroxide. Not the asshole. Does he frequently enter your own bathroom and clean it with your toothbrush? Like I'm being thoughtful. I get being thoughtful and whatnot. But if you're going to clean up a mess that isn't your own in a room that isn't your own, bring your own supplies. Or at the very least, don't look around and think, gee, that toothbrush that's in use would make sense to clean this stain. It's a great tool when it's also being used for oral hygiene. The OP responded, I honestly would have preferred if he would have just left it alone and said, hey, S, you got foundation on your curtain. So I could say, thanks, I'll fix it, and nobody would eat cleaning products. Another person responded, but does he frequently go into your private areas? Like, is this a shared bathroom? It doesn't change my vote at all, but that's extremely concerning if that is your bathroom and he just goes in there. What stopped him from going into your bedroom and rifling through your things? Like, where are the boundaries? The OP responds, my bathroom is closer to the living room. Since my room is closer to the living room, bathroom next to my room. So I guess it could make potential sense for him to be in there, even though there's another designated room. My room door is closed 24/7, and I never noticed anything askew. So to answer the question, it's not entirely shared, but I can see why he would be in there without breaking moral expectations. So it's the closer bathroom. Go in there. I mean, maybe take a leak in there because it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get back to this game or whatever. Maybe. But instead, you took an in-use toothbrush was like, I'm going to clean with this bitch and not do it. It's insane to me.
It's just stupidity of using someone's toothbrush to clean.
I mean, we
bruh.
have like some toothbrushes that we use for cleaning.
Yes, those are designated cleaning
Yeah.
toothbrushes.
Exactly. Like, if this is someone's actual toothbrush,
Yeah,
come on
this
now.
is.
Oh, my God. Yeah, bruh. Nah, you're not an asshole. I'll be screaming my fucking head off, too. And, bruh, it'll be like, you can go buy me a new toothbrush now. Not now, but right now. Sir, I'll be waiting on this couch while you go get me a new toothbrush.
And not one of them 99-cent ones. I want one of them fucking electric
Give me
ones.
that Oral-B shit. I'm saying the motherfucking, the ones they advertise on the podcast.
Dude, I swear to God, I have an electric toothbrush, and, like, when I forget to charge the battery on that thing and I gotta do it, like, the old-fashioned way, I'm like, I don't want to do it like this.
Like I'm living like an animal. What the hell? How dare we have to move?
Like, I can't believe I have to move my hand myself.
What's the one they be advertising on podcasts? What is that one called?
Don't they do it like they have, like, the water pick for flossing and...
No, I can't think of the name of that.
I haven't listened to a podcast in a long-ass time, so...
Oh, no, I listen to
Most of the
podcasts.
shit I listen to, they advertise that Manscaper.
The Tournament of Champions is brought to you by Manscaped this month if you're a Doughboy's head. So, man, I cannot think of the name of that damn toothbrush. They sell it at Target now,
I
too.
kept on want to say Bevel, but I know that's the shaver.
Yeah. I'm just going to type.
Yeah, I got an Oral-B that, like, I buy the refills, the generic ones off Amazon.
I'm going to type in podcast toothbrush into the Google Radar and see what comes up. Quip is the toothbrush they're always advertising on podcasts.
Yeah, it's always like the travel one and shit, right?
Yeah. Right on. Quip. Better oral health is what they claim and they set. They don't advertise on our show, and then maybe one day they will, but for right now they don't. So go buy Oral-B. Box says it's good. In the realm of video games, the only thing I did was I wound up going out to Target last week to buy that Xbox external drive, the one you already have, box. They had a sale going 10% off electronics at Target, and I was hoping I'd get the extra 20% off because they also had you could maybe had a circle coupon if you have the Target app. That was an additional 20% off. I did not get that, but 10% off was enough for me to say, let me go take advantage of this and buy this hard drive. So I had to drive my ass way out to Mentor because it was the only Target in their area that had any in stock by the time I went to pull the trigger. So that was a journey, but I have it. I actually can grab it because if you're wondering, my Xbox is actually over here on the computer because I wanted to see what some of the games look like at running at 120 hertz, and my monitor can do 120 hertz. My TV cannot. But that is a full 1 terabyte hard drive, and I think that's so fucking neat that this little bitty nothing can hold a terabyte of data. Well, 920 gigabytes technically, but basically.
Yeah, it looks like the old PlayStation memory cards that would hold like 256 megabytes.
It even comes with a cover, so you can just take it with you if you want to. But yeah, you just shove it in there, and all of a sudden your Xbox is just like, okay, I got some more space, and I thought that was pretty neat. But I played another level of Hitman. I finally got in the Hitman 3 levels. So I've now gotten through all the levels from Hitman's 1 and 2. And I just finished up the Dubai level and of Hitman 3, which is the first level in that game. And it's pretty damn good, man. There's a real like the graphical difference. So they let you play Hitman, the levels from Hitman 1 and 2. And they give it kind of a graphic treatment, you know what I'm saying, to make it look nice. But the graphics in Hitman 3, which was built, ground up on this hardware, is insanely good. Like some of the best graphics I've seen in some time. So I'm very impressed with that game. So, but that's the only thing I've really been. And I finished Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is available on Game Pass if you have it. A damn good game. I would tell everybody to play Night in the Woods. It's a story. More than anything else, you really you kind of can bob around and do some. There are some puzzly elements here and there, but it's mostly just a story, and it's a really interesting and well told story. So I would definitely say play Night in the Woods. I really enjoyed that game, and like I said, if you have Game Pass, it's on there. The Microsoft acquisition of ZeniMax Media was made official this week. So they own Bethesda, which is Arcane Studios, the people who make Dishonored series, which I fuck with, the people who make Skyrim or The Elder Scrolls is what that whole series I think is what its name is. People who make Fallout. All those are officially a Microsoft first party studio now. So if you fuck with games like that, you can get a good number of them now as a part of your Game Pass service. And going forward, they will show up on Game Pass first. And so I think that's pretty fucking dope. So that's the only thing I've been doing in the realm of and I've been playing a lot of Bejeweled Stars still after all these years. But I've been playing on the iPad instead of my phone, which is way nice because it's way big. Did you get back to anything, or you been too busy to play anything, Ant?
Yeah, I haven't. I got stuck on a level of what's that game I was playing again? God of War. Where it's like, like you're going on a journey, and I get to this place where like you take a boat out, and like you got to go around to all these places, and I touched this black blob, and these things come out, and it just killed me immediately.
Yeah, you ain't ready for that yet.
Yeah, and I got like some extra like armor, and I came back and I could fight it for a little bit longer, but I really don't know what to do, so I'm stuck.
Yeah. Well, just hit the boat and go somewhere else. It's like nothing but stuff around there you can go to.
I've been to everything. I picked it up twice, and yeah, I don't have any more nothing to pick up or do, but to beat them, and I don't have enough power to beat them.
Well, we'll see. Did you get you got a companion yet besides your kid? Let that go. Sorry. Things happening. Things is happening. You're really going to die. God, that game is so good, man. I fucking cannot wait.
I'll pick it up again, but
I trust. I just like it's just such a good game. Box, you play anything? I know.
Work.
No, hell no. All you playing is like 40 hours of overtime. That's what Joe ass playing. Fuck that.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix and working.
Yeah.
But now that we're talking, I'm thinking about like my setup over here, and I might be able to like drop another monitor over here with the Xbox and play Xbox while I'm working.
I certainly can. I have not yet in the middle of the workday. Like I said, I'm currently.
I mean, I probably won't be able to during the summertime, but let's just say that like I worked 3.5 hours overtime today. But like my normal shift, I barely did anything.
Over here, just like fucking, I'm playing right now. That's hot. So get down, and you got all kinds of shit going on at your house. I don't think you been able to play anything.
Nope,
yeah, I didn't think
not
so.
at that, not a moment.
Yeah. So sorry, y'all. It's not a lot of the game action this week, but we doing what we doing. It's cool. But you know what? That actually is a good spot to go ahead and pull the plug. We're gonna wrap this up, people. You know what it is. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go hit us up on Twitch and Twitter. And we out here doing the damn thing. Oh, yeah, and our Instagram. I guess I should say something about that. I mean, it's just basically show art, but every now and again I put some stuff up. Like tonight I put up that we were eating cookies, and if you want to holler at us about it, please do. I don't think anyone did on the double check. All right, no one did. So, if you want to support the show financially and have a few bucks to toss our way, then you can join us on our Patreon, where members at the $5 and above tier get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We also have merch available over at tpublic.com/user/Stage Crunchy and Milk. Stage Crunchy and Milk being all one word. And feel free to give us a call, 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8POD. We'd love to hear from you. And speaking of which, we have a voicemail.
Another one?
Yep. Again, I have not looked at the whatever. This is our man, William Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So, let me get the speaker popping. I guess I gotta push play first. Then speaker.
Hello, Kim. This is William Jackson, a.k.a. William Jackson, Kent State Blues calling. I just finished up episode 384, and I loved it. I love all your work, obviously, but this one hit home because you ended up talking about Ohio Valley pizza. Oddly enough, I've never had it, but it's been on my mind since the summer of 2019, when I was actually down in the Ohio Valley. I had multiple opportunities to try Ohio Valley style, multiple pizza places, St. Clairsville, even in Pittsburgh. All the pizza I had, ironically, not Ohio Valley, but I had never heard of this style. I wouldn't learn of this style until October of 2019, when I happened to meet a writer at who wrote a piece for the Wall Street Journal on Ohio Valley style. So that's been my goal to go back to the Valley and have.
All right, what the hell? My phone locked up. Sorry, y'all.
A couple slices. It doesn't get a lot of respect, apparently, outside of the region, outside of the Valley. I don't think any. I've never had it. I don't know any places up here that serve it. But anyway, it's like you guys reach into my brain and pull out all the stuff I'm thinking about, whether it's Australia, accents and dialects, pizza. And I thought, why not? I'll let you guys hear what I sound like. Keep up the great work. Try the Crispy Chick. That's a good place. I've been there a number of times. One of the last restaurants I went to before everything, before the world ended. So anyway, that's it. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you on the air.
Oh, that was a great voicemail.
I have a Crispy Chick by me.
I see it all the time advertised on IG. I've yet to go hit up the Crispy Chick, but with that recommendation, I have to now, don't I?
Well, I recommended it before.
Fuck you. When?
He does say it all the time. You go to the one off 55th, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's down the way in your general neck of the woods. Okay. Yes, I do recall this now. All right. It's more where is that over here? But like you said, you too could give us a call and be on the show and have my phone fuck it up for you. I might edit that cleanly into the show so you guys can hear it. You, the listener, can hear it better than we the people heard it. But it's always dope to hear from y'all. It really is. It means a lot to us because, you know what I'm saying, it just means we not yelling into the void. Which is kind of nice to know. Box had to go handle some biz, so we will shout him out. Word to my man Lunchbox 2099. Follow him on Twitter. Show him some love. He's a fun follow. It's always Box is a little gruff, but in a good way. So it's like that's why he's a fun follow. Whereas Gabe over here might curse you out if you say the wrong thing.
Not if you're a child, apparently.
Only if you're a child, apparently. I know.
Yeah, please be an adult.
That's Tatum 216.
I'm here.
That is my man, the real ODP.
Curse you, Sir Wallegan.
I am the internet's Tay-Rail 713. Consider spending some of that stimmy money on our Patreon. Just saying. Join it for a couple.
Yeah.
Join it for maybe a month or two and see what you think. We out here. You've just been podcast 2, and I know you loved it.
Liked it.
Peace.
What happened to you?